Dan Fouts is joined in the backfield by Chuck Muncy and James Brooks. So that'll be the starting offense for the San Diego Chargers. Starting defensively for the Oakland Raiders, John Matuzak, Johnny Robinson, Dave Browning across the front. Robinson, a rookie, fourth-round draft choice, pressed into action when the great Reggie Kinlaw was injured during the year and placed on injured reserve. Kinlaw is still on injured reserve, by the way. Across the middle, the linebackers, the great Ted Hendricks, Randy McClanahan, Matt Millen, Rod Martin, Tom Mabey, as good a group of linebackers as there are in the league.
I've got to believe the best group of linebackers in the National Football League live in Tampa Bay. They're all young, and I tell you, I don't think I've ever seen four guys in that 3-4 alignment that react quicker to most any situation you can think of. They really gave the Chargers fits and reacted to most every move in Coryell's offensive book, which is considerable, and they surrounded the ball and the ball carrier repeatedly. What a great group of young, talented linebackers McKay has down at Tampa.
All right, across the deep secondary for Oakland, Lester Hayes will be on one corner, former San Diego Stater Monty Jackson on the other. Otis McKinney, Burgess Owens, and Mike Davis. I named three guys because they all kind of wander around in there in the safety positions, depending on whether they're in a nickel or whatever the situation may be. Out on the field now are the tri-captains for Oakland. Ted Hendricks, Mark Van Egan is one. Referee is Jerry Seaman. Louis Kelcher, Woody Lowe, Doug Wilkerson out there for the Chargers. The coin is up, hits the helmet logo in the middle of the field. The Chargers have won the toss. So San Diego will receive the football and attack from our left to right, or from the closed end to the opened end of San Diego Stadium, hopefully soon also to be closed end. We're going to have to come up with another name for it. And the Oakland Raiders will be kicking off and defending the east goal of the stadium. So we are coming down to it, very frankly. It is now or never. We'll try to avoid repeating that cliche too many times tonight, but it's just a bare fact of life. And if you heard our Don Coryell show, you heard the coach very frankly say the team had more problems and more controversy than he would care for a football team to have through a season, but they are to be expected. It seems like the teams that hit the top tend to have more of those sorts of problems, but he is most proud of the way most weeks his football team was able to overcome those difficulties. And Cal, I think that's one reason I have a pretty good feeling about this game tonight.
It is a cool evening in Paradise. It started out at 66 degrees and is going to drop below 50. Chris Barr will be kicking off. So it's going to be cool out here this evening.
And before he does, we'll pause a moment for station identification on the San Diego Chargers Radio Network.
Dave Dawson here, asking all you truth seekers and fun lovers to join me on the telephone talk show right here on Chargers Radio 1130, KSDO San Diego.
By the way, Chris Barr, also one of those players last week whose name came up when suddenly the NFLPA decided to count the dues. His hadn't been paid. He's paid him. Now he's going to kick the football to James Brooks, and to call it Tom Kelly.
Thank you, John DeMott. The ball is in the air. It's going to the far side. Shaw waits, and Brooks takes it at the 10, to the 15, to the 20. Sidelines, hit and dropped at about the 25-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10. San Diego on their own 21 as Greg Braceland brought down Jimmy Brooks across the way. The uniforms seem to have a special kind of a sparkle to them tonight. I thought we might have wanted to get a station break in.
Almost up to the 25-yard line.
Do it in a moment, will we?
Well, we just did that before we kicked the football.
Did you do that? I didn't know you did that.
You had the binoculars down in the seats again, didn't you?
No, I was watching the ball in flight. Chargers first down in their own 25. 1st and 10. Lone setback is Muncy. Chargers send Joyner in motion, give to Muncy on the delay. Coming to this side, he's at the 25, turns the corner, 30, 35-yard line, and banged out of bounds. Hit over there by
Braceland was over there.
Over there making the stop for the Raiders, number 43, and we don't have a 43.
Well, we'll find out. I don't have a 43 on my sheet.
I can't believe that. No 43 for the Oakland Raiders.
Well, ace spotter Bobby Sexton will get a man on that.
Ball is short of the 35. It's at the 34. It is 2nd down and a yard to go. straight ahead, and Muncy's got the first down as he spins out to the 38-yard line. First and 10 at the 38.
I wanted to mention on that last play, while we were being confused over who had made the tackle, I think that might be the first time we have seen that, and a very interesting play in that they show delay, and Muncy turns it into a sweep as the Chargers block it like a draw, and I wonder if Mr. Muncy just didn't do that on his own, say, I got more chance to get outside here, seeing all the linebackers bite that delay or that draw look.
Tackle was made by Owens, and it's first and 10 San Diego on the Charger 38-yard line. Fouts hands the ball off on the sweep. Muncy tries to turn the corner and can't. Going to be dropped, coming to the right side, maybe a loss of 1. See where the officials mark it down, over to make the stop. John Matusak, among others, put it back to the 36. It'll be 2nd and 12 for the Chargers on their own 36-yard line.
Want to remind you, we will pick once again a Player of the Week, and that player will receive a beautiful Longines watch from the folks at Wise Fields.
Masick over the ball at center. Muncy the lone setback. Chandler wide to the left. Joyner is in the slot on the left. Fouts is back to throw. Fires it down for the sideline. Incomplete. Into and out of the hands of Charlie Joyner at the Charger 46-yard line. Lester Hayes was over on defense covering for the Raiders. And it'll be 3rd down and 12 San Diego, and the ball on the Charger 36-yard line. Bill King doesn't even know who number 43 is.
Maybe, well, first of all, we need to check and see if he paid his dues to see if he's eligible to play in this game.
Well, he's not in there now.
Could be just a changed number. Do you think maybe it's number 42, Monty Jackson?
I don't know.
He's out there.
Back to throw, looking, fires down. It is caught, dropped by Scales. Had it, couldn't hang on at the Oakland 44. Heavy pressure from McKinney along with Lester Hayes and by Mike Davis.
I think Davis may got a piece of that one just as they got to the sideline. So the Chargers are going to have to punt it.
And the rookie, Ted Watts, out of Texas Tech, is the lone deep man at the 20-yard line as Robert stands at or near the San Diego 20. Chargers unable to move it with their first possession, and now they'll kick it away. Raiders show a 10-man front. Check and see if they're coming with that many. The snap, big rush, and Roberts gets it away, but it is not a good kick. It hangs, comes down and out of bounds, upfield and around the 44-yard line. Not a good kick at all by Roberts. It'll be Oakland's ball, 1st and 10 on the Oakland 44. A 20-yard kick and a timeout now with 13:08 remaining in the first period. And the score at San Diego's Jack Murphy Stadium, Chargers nothing, Oakland nothing.
You can count on Sears to wrap up a beautiful Christmas.
Right now, wrap up 2 super home entertainment values and save $120 at Sears. First, save $60 on a Sears 19-inch color TV with touch and tune channel selection and 1-button color. Now just $399.95. And save another $60 on a Sears AM/FM stereo with 8-track and cassette. Just $169.95.
To wrap up a beautiful Christmas. You can count on Sears.
If you're looking for a last-minute gift idea, visit a Long's drugstore. Right now at Long's, you can save on the Windmere Pro hair dryer with attachments. This 1,500-watt Windmere hair dryer is only $16.88 and makes a great gift. Your neighborhood Long's drugstore has dozens of terrific personal care gifts like the Windmere Pro hair dryer and at a savings. Long's drugstores, where everybody saves all year long.
Merry Christmas to you from Lowe's.
The Chargers, thanks.
Oakland takes over 1st and 10 for the Raiders on their own 44-yard line. Plunkett will be the quarterback. The wideouts will be Bobby Chandler and Barnwell. And it'll be Jensen and Whittington in the backfield with Ramsey as the tight end. Over the ball at center, Sylvester. And we're about set to see what Oakland's going to do.
What a turnaround year for Plunkett when he figured the year he had last year and then the problems he had this year.
Wide to the left side is Barnwell. Chandler's flanked to the right. The backs are split, and Plunkett hands off to Whittington. He's at the 45 at midfield. The Charger 45 and downed at the San Diego 43 by Pete Shaw. Big gain. 1st and 10 on a 13-yard romp by Whittington to the Charger 43.
Just a good run. They sprung it loose on the delay. It looks like we're watching mirrors down here. Same sort of play the Chargers open with and almost get the first down.
The only difference being that Oakland has the ball in Charger territory now, something San Diego was unable to do on their opening series. Chandler wide to the left, and Barnwell is in the slot on the left. Oakland moving right to left. Whittington and Jensen are the setbacks. And Plunkett pitches to Jensen, sweep to the right side at the 45, gets to the 41, and then is hammered to the turf. Over to make the stop was Wilbur Young with help from Shaw. Keith King as well. It'll be at the 40-yard line, a gain of 3, 2nd and 7.
Wilbur Young starting for Leroy Jones at the left end. Louis Kelcher, Gary Johnson, John Woodcock across the front with King, Horn, Laszlovic, and Lowe, depending on the alternation at the linebackers. We'll get the secondary in a minute.
Laszlovic in and Horn out now. Wide left is Barnwell. Chandler to the right, and Plunkett's back to throw. Sets deep, flips it, tipped away, and Wilbur Young got a hand on it, and King came up and leveled Jensen, the intended receiver, incomplete. 3rd and 7 at the San Diego 40.
Mike Williams has regained his starting berth at the left corner. Alan Ellis comes in now, but that's because the Chargers are going to go into a nickel 3rd and long. Willie Buchanan the other corner with Pete Shaw and Glenn Edwards at the safeties. That's the Charger D, and a crucial 3rd down. Dan Reeves said it so well yesterday. Teams with nothing to lose are hard to play against, and that's what the Raiders are tonight.
Chandler and Barnwell flanked wide to the right side. Backs are set strong left. Plunkett 3rd and 7 at the Charger 40. Straight back to throw. Sets. Looks downfield. Throws long. He's got a man downfield, and it is incomplete. Pass intended for Barnwell at the 3-yard line. Defended back downfield by Glenn Edwards, who was playing center field, and went high in the air to bounce it away. It looked for all the world like Barnwell was wide open, then suddenly on the scene, Edwards in the air, and Glenn tipped it away. Barnwell never got a hand on the ball.
Ball was a little bit overthrown, and actually a good chance to intercept it for Glenn Edwards, but the Chargers might be better off with Oakland having to punt it than Edwards having to intercept it, because had he intercepted it, he'd have been maybe down at the 1 or 2 yard line.
An ailing Greg Guy standing at the Oakland 45-yard line. Brooks, the lone back for the Chargers at the 10. The snap to Guy, angling it for the coffin corner. Hits it end over end, a beautiful effort, and he bounces it out of bounds, and it's going to be called a touchback. Looked for all the world like it hit on the 2.
Broke the plane of the goal line, though, I think. It came down out of bounds, but if the ball breaks the plane of the goal line, then it's in the end zone and a touchback, as is the rule. It's a touchdown. So the Chargers and Raiders trade punts right now.
And with a timeout and 11:33 remaining in the first period, Chargers will have the ball when we speak with you next. Right now, here in the first period, there is no score between San Diego and Oakland.
Bank of America announces their newest investment opportunity, IRA Plus.
Sure, my company has a fine retirement plan, but soon I can add one of my own, too. Bank of America's IRA Plus. It will let me get a tax savings every year while I build a bigger nest egg for my future. And there's a choice of plans paying high interest on my investment. So with regular contributions to IRA Plus, I can be really sure my retirement is taken care of.
Did you say you're retiring, sir?
Not yet, Sidney, not yet.
Rivets coming up.
Send them up. As I was saying, I set up an IRA Plus account with Bank of America because they don't charge fees on IRAs like a lot of other places. And they're convenient. Plus, I get the safety I need for a long-term investment. The safety of California's largest bank. And if there's one thing I really appreciate, it's safety.
To see how IRA Plus can work for you, stop by any Bank of America branch. Bank of America, member FDIC.
It'll be first down Chargers. The ball on the San Diego 20-yard line when play resumes here. Capacity crowd again at San Diego Jack Murphy Stadium, and a cool Monday night. You know, Monday, it's almost becoming an event, this Monday Night Football. A social thing as well as the football game itself.
And these people obviously a little bit more pumped up than they would have been had the Denver Broncos won their ball game in Chicago yesterday.
Owens, Jackson, Hayes, and McKinney are the deep 4 for Oakland. Fouts first down at his own 20-yard line. Gives to Muncie straight ahead, has belted hard at the line of scrimmage. Got maybe a yard as Browning hit him and dropped him. A yard at the very most. 2nd and 9 at the 21. Mayor Pete Wilson declared this Charger Day. Everybody's supposed to wear blue and gold.
Mayor Pete Wilson also sent a telegram to Green Bay yesterday, which was not answered, extolling J.J. to do it for his old friends in San Diego.
2nd and 9. The ball is at the Charger 21. Chandler flanked wide to the right. Joyner to the left. Muncie is the lone setback. 2 tight ends to bookend the line. Fouts for the long count. Pitches to Muncie on the sweep at the 20, 25, 27. Fighting against a host of black-jerseyed Raiders. Carries close to the 28, where he's finally hit and downed by McClanahan and McKinney.
Randy McClanahan.
Fine block in there, Tom, by Eric Sievers, the rookie tight end off the line of scrimmage, taking on one-on-one none other than the Stork, Ted Hendricks, and he took him out of the play. Good job by the kid from Maryland.
So Joyner and Chandler come out. It's 3rd down and 2. The ball on the 28. San Diego is 0 for 1 in 3rd down conversion attempts. This is the second 3rd down call that Fouts has had. He sends Winslow in motion, sets him as a slot back on the right side. The give is to Muncie, gets hit behind the line, and is dropped. No gain, a loss, in fact. Knifing in was Mike Davis, the 4-year man out of Colorado, 6'3", 200-pound safety. And again, the Chargers are unable to put together a first down, and the ball will go over to Oakland, and it'll be kicking time for Roberts once again.
Interesting how the run seems to be the main staple for both teams, though Oakland did try the one deep bomb down at the goal line when they had Barnwell singled up on Glenn Edwards, but the ball was incomplete. The Chargers are trying to grind it out right now against Oakland.
And Roberts trying to get a little better effort into this one. He was at a 20-yarder his first kick. Watts is standing at the 35. Not that big a rush, and Roberts hits it much better, thank you. Coming to Watts at the 35 diagonally, moving across the field, flag down, he's hit, gets away, he gets hit again and gets away, and finally is buried at about the spot where he first took the kick at the 36-yard line, bringing him down finally. And coming to this side of the field now is Campolletti, who made the tackle. 38-yard kick. The flag came fluttering down while in the midst of Watts moving back and forth. One of the Chargers is down at the 33-yard line.
And I fear it's Mr. Bauer.
No, Bauer's walking off the field.
All right, you
John.
got him.
Down
Okay.
below.
Might be Bob Rush then. Have we got him spotted? He's one of the first guys down there. It was one of the first guys down that got hit. It's the guy who got clipped.
It's going to be against Oakland, this flag, back to the 26-yard line. Oakland 1st and 10 on their own 26. And it is Rush, and he's up now and coming off the field under his own power. Rush got clipped. Officials having a conference now. We've got a timeout on the field with 9:22 remaining in the first period. And at San Diego's Jack Murphy Stadium, there's no score. Chargers nothing, Raiders nothing.
Does anybody here like a really good club sandwich?
Yeah, sounds
okay.
good.
Let's compare the Club Supreme at Jack in the Box to the other guy's club sandwiches. The Club Supreme at Jack in the Box has 4 pieces of crisp, lean bacon, lean ham, and 2 kinds of cheese, American and Monterey Jack. McDonald's club sandwich has...
No club.
They don't have one? You're kidding.
Oh, come on.
Well, the Club Supreme at Jack in the Box restaurants comes with a garden full of goodies like leaf lettuce, fresh sliced tomato, even cute little alfalfa sprouts.
That's nice.
Burger King's club sandwich has...
Not them.
They don't have one either? Son of a gun. Well, anyway, the Club Supreme at Jack in the Box comes on a special whole wheat bun instead of a hamburger bun.
Wait a minute. You can't compare your delicious Club Supreme to the other guys when they don't even have a club sandwich.
You know, you're right.
Try the Club Supreme at Jack in the Box. There's no comparison.
Tom Kelly and John DeMott, along with Mike McGregor, statistician Jan Chapman, and spotter Bobby Sexton. All of us here wish you and yours a very Merry Christmas and a happy holiday season. And I hope 1982 sees us all at the Silver Dome in Pontiac, but barring that, a prosperous and peaceful 1982 to all of you. Chandler and Barnwell are the wide receivers, flanked to the left. Raiders moving right to left across your dial. Plunkett's the quarterback. He's got Whittington and Jensen in the backfield, and Ramsey's the tight end. First down at his 26. Plunkett back to throw. Sets, throws, it is complete. Across the way, Whittington at the 35, steps out of bounds at the 36.
Oh, it's just a game of inches. Had Woodcock been able to get there half a step sooner, you get an incompletion, maybe an interception, or maybe just a sack. But Whittington got loose, sort of naked out there in the flat, and he's just able to get the first down on the pass from Jamin Plunkett, who hung in there. A personnel move by the Raiders on offense. If we have not reminded you, Kenny King, their fine speed back, is on injured reserve, and Mark Van Egan, who's missed most of the year, has been activated.
Barnwell to the left and Chandler to the right. And Plunkett hands off to Whittington. He's at the 30, 35, head down to the 39. Hit and dropped by Edwards, just shy of the 40-yard line, but very close to it. And it's going to be a pickup of at least 4. And second down and 6. Woodcock, Johnson, Kelcher, and Young up front for San Diego. Bob Horn comes out, and Jim Laslovic is in with the linebacking core. On the outside, we've got Lowe and King. Plunkett is 1 for 3 in third down conversions. The ball is at the 40. in passing 1 for 3 at a 2nd down and 6, and he's back to throw. Sets right over the middle, complete all alone Bromwell. Barnwell's at the Charger 40, down to the 35, to the 34-yard line. Fumbled the ball, and San Diego recovers.
All right, the Oakland Raiders were kind of standing around like maybe the guy had already been blown dead, but not so the case, and the Chargers buy a break because Barnwell across the middle, wide open, covered by Mike Williams because Williams fell down, and that was a big gain because of that, and the Chargers get the break.
Buchanan came up with the loose football. Big scramble for it across the way. No, Edwards picked it up. Buchanan and Shaw were there. They jarred it loose from Barnwell, and coming up with it was Glenn Edwards. Raiders don't believe any part of it, but the ball turns over to San Diego at the Charger 32. Timeout on the field, 8:28 to go, first period, and there's no score between San Diego and Oakland.
Blow away everything you ever heard about pickups. Introducing the revolutionary new size Chevy S10 pickup.
Chevy S10.
There's never been a truck like it before. It's longer than the imports, smaller than full-size pickups.
Chevy S10.
The totally new Chevy S10 offers optional B6 power. Power to tow twice as much as any import pickup when properly equipped.
Chevy S10.
A 1,500-pound payload option and V6 engine, that S10 haul heavier payloads than many standard-equipped full-size pickups.
Chevy S10.
S10 features a big, roomy cab and has 2 walls of steel in the sides of the cargo box the imports don't have, and a brilliant paint finish that looks a foot deep.
Chevy S10.
Test drive the totally new quality-built Chevy S10 today. There's never been a truck like it before.
Never.
Chevy S10 at your Chevy dealers now. Chevy is the power in trucks.
So the Chargers take over on their own 32 thanks to some fine defensive work, jarring the ball loose from Barnwell. Buchanan and Shaw kicked it free, and Edwards came up with it. Capoletti's in now, I formation. Muncie the tailback. In motion, Chandler. Fouts, play action fake, back to throw. Has some time, downfield for Chandler at the 50. 45, down to the 40-yard line. Little play action fake, and Chandler on a crossing pattern. Fouts hit him perfectly. Owens and Hayes bring him down, but Chandler moves it all the way down from the 32 to the 39-yard line of Oakland. First and 10.
Straight 18-yard crossing batter by Chandler, and he got a step on Lester Hayes, and it was only because of good coverage by the safety over there, Burgess Owens, that Chandler didn't break all the way for the touchdown. Just the second completion for Dan Fouts, and we've already played 8 minutes of football almost.
And Chandler comes out limping, and the medical staff is taking a look at him and the sidelines below us. First down at the 39-yard line. Capoletti's in, along with Brooks. Back to throw. Fouts pumps. Dumps to Capoletti on the screen. 40, 35, 30. And the Heisman Trophy winner out of Penn State has a first down at the Oakland 28.
And Fouts got dumped in there. Howard Long came in and drilled him. But Dan Fouts hangs in there, Tom, as well as any quarterback in the league when it comes to finding the open man. It was Dave Browning who hit him, but Danny just hangs in there.
In on top of the receiver and runner, Capoletti, Martin, and Davis combining for the stop. Put it at the 29-yard line, just inside. First and 10. Wide to the left is Scales. Joyner goes in motion. Chargers moving left to right at the Oakland 29. The handoff to Brooks, back at the 30, 25, 20, at the 15. Brooks at the 10, Brooks at the 5. Touchdown, San Diego.
Oh, what a run. 28 yards. Call it 28 or 29. But James Brooks broke 2 tackles in the secondary. You're not going to see a run any better than that by the youngster from Auburn, who now has gone into the top 5 all-time in the league in all-purpose yards, and for players with over 2,000 yards all-purpose.
He had 2,021 coming into this ball game. Andrews yesterday with the Atlanta Falcons managed that feat. It's an illustrious figure, 2,000 yards, all-purpose, running, catching, whatever. And James Brooks, the rookie out of Auburn, is as good as any that have ever done it ahead of him, including Jimmy Brown and O.J. Simpson, to mention just 2 of the greats. The snap, a low one. Banurska does get it up on a great hold by Luther. The snap kind of rolled back, and the Chargers now, with 6:43 left in the first period, on a 29-yard run by Brooks, a tackle-busting run, I might add, have gone on top, leading 7-0. And Craig Morton in Denver, looking on, just said, terrible.
Oh.
Terrible.
Had a smile on his face, though, Craig did. But he had to just recognize a great run by Brooks, who ran out of the grasp of Burgess Owens at about the 5-yard line. And Burgess Owens, indeed all of those Oakland Raiders secondary men are good, hard, strong tacklers. So what an effort by Brooks. He just saw that goal line, and he said, I'm going to get there. I want to remind you that Game Day Pro magazine, the official game program of the San Diego Chargers, is on sale now for only $1.50. In tonight's Pro, you can read about Don Masick and family. Also in Game Day Pro, you'll find recipes by Sue Laslovic and Laurel Shields. You also can vote for the NFL Lineman of the Year by casting your ballot on the page 7C of tonight's Game Day Pro magazine. And you'll find dozens of action photos and feature stories containing inside information not available anywhere else. It's all in Game Day Pro. Only $1.50, and it's on sale right now from vendors throughout the stadium here in the Valley of Missions in San Diego. Ralph Panershka is going to be hitting it. Oakland suddenly finds themselves in a little bit different position than perhaps they were in, because they stopped the Chargers virtually in their first 2 tries. In any event, Oakland is going to get the ball back now as Ralph Panershka is about to hit it.
Barnwell along with Montgomery. The kick is high, end over end, coming to Montgomery at the 10. To the 15, crossed away at the 20, hit over the 20 to the 23, and down he goes. Hank Bauer got part of him.
All right, the Chargers come on the field now defensively. The big play is the important play against the Raiders on defense. They've already got one, as that touchdown came the result of a fumble recovery. Let's pause a moment for station identification on the San Diego Chargers Radio Network.
Ted Payne here. The afternoon news team and I ease you through the rush hour each weekday afternoon on Chargers Radio, 1130, KSDO, San Diego.
Mark Wilson has come in now to quarterback the Oakland Raiders. Barnwell flanked to the left side and Chandler to the right. 7-0 Charger lead. We've got Jensen along with Whittington in the backfield, and Wilson's back to throw with time, going long downfield for Barnwell. Edwards had it in his hands at the 45-yard line. I mean, it looked as though Wilson threw it right at him, and Edwards dropped it.
Pressure on Mark Wilson. They are in there, Louis Kelcher and Gary Johnson, as the Chargers played a game up the middle. Woodcock and Young tried to get outside and couldn't get around, but Wilson had pressure, and it will be interesting. I guess we'll get word from the Oakland bench as to why Mark Wilson has come on. The coaching decision was made to start Plunkett because Wilson has a bad thumb, so we'll try and get word and see if Plunkett maybe didn't injure himself.
Rookie Frank Hawkins has joined Jensen now in the Oakland backfield, and Hawkins has it slanting to the right side, breaks a tackle over the 25 out to about the 27. King and Woodcock are there to wrap him up and drop him.
You know, Tom, all it takes is a couple of big plays to really pump up a defense. We saw some of it last week in Tampa, and we saw it, I think we've seen it probably in more games than not the second half of the season, once this Charger defense got used to playing together a little bit. And you get 2 or 3 big plays on defense in a Monday night game in front of all these folks, and with what's at stake tonight, can be some fun.
All right, Chandler wide to the right and Barnwell to the left. Hawkins and Jensen set behind Wilson. 0 for 3 and 0 for 1 in third down conversion attempts, and Wilson's back to throw. Firing out, it is complete to Chandler, who is hit and dropped by Ellis, but not before he gets the first down at the Oakland 37-yard line.
It's amazing Bob Chandler's even in this ball game. It's amazing Bob Chandler's even alive. I know you talked to him about the surgery and the injury he had earlier in the year.
Saw him this afternoon. I should say this morning, and spent some time with him. Delightful guy, Bobby, and he was one of the greatest all-round athletes USC ever produced. I don't think there's a game that you play with hand-eye or foot coordination that Chandler can't play. He's an amazingly gifted athlete. First down at the 37-yard line. And the handoff. Jensen trying the right side, gets to about the 39, and the Chargers pull him down. Plunkett back in at the quarterback spot.
Maybe they're playing a little bit of Jim Walden's Washington State offense there and alternating them.
Could be.
No, that's Mark Wilson. Wilson's still out there.
Number 99, Wilbur Young.
The report is that Plunkett has the flu. I don't know when he developed it. Maybe.
It is a little chilly here tonight.
Ball is at the 38-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 9. 5 minutes remain, first period. Hawkins and Jensen, the backs are split. Chandler to the right and Wide to the left is Barnwell on the delay. They give to Hawkins. He gets away from Wilbur Young, crosses the 40 to about the 43-yard line. Buchanan got part of him, knocked him down. King got the rest of them, and they're going to mark it up to the 43. A gain of 5. It'll be 3rd and 4.
I'll tell you, Mark Wilson has had a pretty good year for the Oakland Raiders when you consider all the problems they've had. Even the Chargers game, which the Chargers would go on to win 55-21, but only after the Chargers were able to jump on a couple of turnovers right at the end of the first half and at the start of the second half. But early on, Wilson took the Raiders out to a 21-7 lead in that ball game, so he can play a little bit, and he's a good young quarterback.
Barnwell left, Chandler right, Jensen and Hawkins the setbacks, and Wilson is back to throw. Steps up, throws, it is caught, but off. A flag goes down. Chandler got it, but I thought he caught it off the field of play.
It's going to be, it looks like Lyndon King and Derek Ramsey got into something away from the ball.
There was a flag thrown at about the 49 of San Diego, and it's going to be holding on the defense.
I think it's going to be an illegal use of the hands, actually, against Lyndon King for Chuck and Derek Ramsey outside that 5-year limit coming off the line, or 5-yard limit coming off the line of scrimmage.
Should be about 5 yards, but a first down. That's what it's going to be, out to the Oakland 48. It'll be a 5-yard pickup, but an automatic 1st and 10, holding on the defense. Oakland started this drive on their own 22. Fumble recovery gave the ball to the Chargers on their 32, and they back about some fine passing. Great 29-yard run by Brooks. San Diego leads 7-0. Whittington is in along with Jensen. Both Barnwell and Chandler flanked wide to the left. Play action, back to throw. Wilson sets, dancing, gets hit, pulled down. Hit and dropped by Woody Lowe. Strangely enough, Wilson looked like a guy whose shoes were on fire. He wanted to do something but couldn't move.
And Lowe was blitzing, and the back picked him up and blocked him. And Woody was able to get up off the block and make that sack.
He actually kind of crawled up to him and pulled him down. Sears quarterback sack special this week. 19-inch color television was $459.95. Now just $399.95. You get more than a quarter back at Sears. 128 tackles for Woody Lowe. That's second on the club. Ball at the 39. Wilson back to throw. Runs out of the pocket at the 30. May run. 35 at the 40. 45 at the 50. At the Charger 45, and down he goes. Short of the first down. But what a dazzling run by the BYU product. They'll mark it at the 45. Going to be a pickup of 15 yards. It'll be 3rd down and about 3 to go.
And Mark Wilson did a very good job that time waiting for the blocking to form. A lot of times you don't see a quarterback do that. A lot of times that quarterback will just head downfield until he thinks he's going to get tackled and then slide in safely and avoid the injury. But Wilson waited for the blocking to set up and made much more of a run out of it than perhaps it needed to be.
Barnwell left, Chandler to the right. 3rd down and 3 at the Charger 45. Chandler in motion. Ramsey's the tight end. The snap, the give is to Whittington. Sweep to the right side at the 45. He's got the first down at the Charger 41. Brought down by King across the way and by Shaw. Laslovic. But a first down at the 41 for Oakland, 1st and 10.
And for demonstration on a Sony Betamax, visit one of the many dealers along our San Diego Charger network.
2:35 remaining, first period, 7-0 Chargers lead. Oakland trying to put a drive together now. Laslovic is out and Horn is in for San Diego at the middle linebacker spot. 9th play in the drive. It started on the Oakland 22. Whittington and Van Egan now. Wide left is Barnwell, and the give to Whittington. Running laterally is hit behind the line and pulled down. Gary Big Hands Johnson got enough of him to knock him off his pins back at the Charger 45. Loss of 4, 2nd and 14.
Can't say enough about that defensive line, and certainly about Gary Johnson, who's on his way to the Pro Bowl. He'll be down there hopefully the week after he plays in the Super Bowl at Pontiac, Michigan. Gary will be the only representative from the Charger defense starting this year on the Pro Bowl. Last year, you might remember, 3 guys across that Charger front 4 started in the ball game. Other Charger All-Pros are Chuck Muncie, Dan Fouts will be in the ball game, Doug Wilkerson, and Kellen Winslow.
Van Egan. Christensen is in. Van Egan, the lone setback. Wilson back to throw. Sets, gets hit, going to be thrown down by Woodcock. Sacked back at the Oakland 48-yard line. Going to be a loss of 7. Second sack of the afternoon. Sears quarterback sack special. Sears 19-inch color TV was $459.95. Now just $399.95. You get more than a quarterback at Sears.
What a job by Woodcock. That time the Chargers took the double teaming up front Woodcock was able to get around on the outside and get to Wilson from the outside of things. And John Woodcock has really come on for the San Diego Chargers. I'll tell you what, in quarterback sacks, that'll give Woodcock 9 on the year.
Oakland's had the ball for 5 minutes now, trailing 7-0. Ball is at their own 47. Back to throw and rolling to the right is Wilson. Throws downfield, got a man, Chandler. Chandler's got it. Ellis knocks him out of bounds at the 17-yard line.
And that's what the rollout quarterback can do for you, Tom. Once that quarterback gets on the run like that, there aren't any secondary guys alive that can maintain one-on-one coverage with receivers as long as Mark Wilson had to throw the football, and primarily because of Mark Wilson's available to run away from the pressure.
Alan Ellis got burned again. He was burned badly in the Tampa game repeatedly. And on a big third down play, Bobby Chandler now has got 44 yards on 2 carries. And he and Ellis trailing him. Chandler makes it a first down. Oakland on the Charger 17-yard line. Hawkins joins Jensen in the Oakland backfield. Wide left is Chandler. Wide right in motion now is Barnwell, and Wilson's back to throw. Set, throws in the end zone, batted away at the last second by Bob Horn. In fact, if Horn had been able to get both hands on it, he'd have had the interception. But fortunate indeed was the fact that Horn got one hand on it, knocked it away. Pass intended for Chandler.
I think for Chandler, it didn't look like there was a receiver within yards of where he was throwing the football.
Not after Horn hit it, but I tell you, if Horn hadn't been there, it would have been right on the money. Horn really was between Chandler and the football. Fortunate for San Diego fans. Barnwell slot left, Chandler wide to the left. Hawkins and Jensen. Pitches to Van Egan, and Van Egan is dropped at the 16-yard line. A gain of 1. It'll be 3rd and 9 at the 16.
Fans are telling you that Louis Kelcher was in there on the stop, not booing. Want to remind you all to enjoy a Budweiser. This Bud's for Louis, for that big hit. And all those folks who give us such a great show on football days. For all you do, this Bud's for you. Our friends Tom Palmtag, Phil Brown from Coast Distributing here at the ball game tonight.
Just a handful of seconds remaining. In fact, Oakland's not going to even run a play. The first period will come to an end with the Chargers on top. San Diego 7, Oakland nothing here at San Diego's Jack Murphy Stadium. The end of the first period, 7-0 San Diego.
There are other things as important as price when making a buying decision. This is especially true when buying insurance. You ought to look carefully at the company and its track record. Example, for over half a century, Farmers Insurance Group, FIG, and its independent farmers agents not only have provided superior service for practically every type of insurance, but also have managed to keep their rates down to an affordable level. Some families have carried their insurance with Farmers for 3 generations, and in many cases, 3 generations of the same family have been Farmers agents. Being fast, fair, and friendly comes almost as natural to them as breathing. It will pay you to contact your nearest Farmers agent soon.
The Farmers Insurance Group, working to keep the cost of insurance down and the amount of protection up. In Escondido, see Chuck Button. In Mission Hills, Mike Vosberg. Or see Jim Moran in La Mesa. All fast, fair, friendly Farmers agents.
At Universal, fashionable family footwear goes hand in hand with the quality and value found in their great selection of shoes by Bass for men and women. Universal has great Bass styles that are just right for every occasion, from ball games to business. Styles that are classic and contemporary, made to fit you in perfect comfort at the budget-right prices that have kept Universal serving San Diegans for 68 years. So for shoes by Bass, quality shoemakers to America for more than 100 years, visit Universal Boot Shops with 12 locations, including most major shopping centers.
This drive started on the Oakland 22, and it's down to the Chargers 16-yard line. Over 6 minutes of time has elapsed since Wilson got his hands on the football. He's still trailing 7-0, but he's threatening now, deep in Charger territory. As we're about to start the second period of play, 29-yard touchdown run by Brooks put San Diego on top, and now the defense is being asked to stop this Oakland drive. They've had him with 3rd and long a couple of times, but Wilson has been equal to the task. Wide to the right side is Chandler. Oakland moving left to right now across your dial. Christensen is set as a wingback on the right, and Van Egan's the lone setback. Now Chandler in motion to the left. Wilson is back to throw. Sets, steps up, gets hit, throws it down.
To who?
I don't know to whom.
They're going to call him sacked. They're going to call him sacked, it looks like.
Well, his arm did go forward, or the ball would not have gone in that direction. We'll wait for the official.
Well, they spotted for a...
They're going to put it back at the 16. It'll be 4th down at the 16. And Chris Barr comes on now for his first try for a field goal. Barr is hit 13 of 23, the longest being 51 yards this year's longest ever 55. This will be from the 24, a 34-yard try. Chandler will hold it. Would appear to be routine. It's snapped, it's down, Barr hits it, and it is good.
Boy, he just got it there, didn't he?
That looked like a Hoyt Wilhelm knuckleball.
Looked like he was going to kick it under the crossbar.
But with 14:51 remaining here in the first half, Oakland's on the board. The score with timeout and 14:51 to go. Chargers 7 and the Raiders 3.
Looking for a last-minute gift? Visit a Long's drugstore. Right now, Long's is featuring the Daisy Fruit Juicer with removable 28-ounce bowl, automatic on-off, and it's dishwasher safe. Fresh squeezed fruit juice is just minutes away with a Daisy Fruit Juicer, and it's now only $19.88 at Long's drugstores. There's dozens of small appliance gift ideas like the Daisy Fruit Juicer at Long's and at terrific savings.
Merry Christmas to you from Long's.
Taking good care of your car's cooling system can save you a lot of time and trouble. The Gates Rubber Company has been making cooling system parts for more than 60 years. They make more fan belts and coolant hoses than anybody else, and they know how to make them last longer. But they can't make them last forever. So see CM Auto Parts in Chula Vista about a cooling system tune-up for your car, because cooling systems never fail at convenient times or places. See the complete line of Gates Cooling System products at CM Auto Parts, 101 Broadway in Chula Vista.
Well, Mark Wilson engineered a 78-yard drive that used up 6 minutes and 43 seconds with Chris Barr's 34-yard field goal, putting Oakland on the board. 7-3 now. Chargers still on top and awaiting the kickoff. Brooks is standing at the goal line. Pete Shaw to this side. Bobby Greger to the far side. 14:51 remaining in the first half. Padres Public Relations Director Bob Chandler is having a birthday.
He doesn't want us to tell you how many.
The kick by Barr is deep to the far side, taken by Greger at the 3, to the 5, to the 10. In the middle at the 15 is hit and dropped at about the 17-yard line. Hit and stopped by Barnes. It'll be 1st and 10 Chargers on the San Diego 17-yard line.
Try the delicious Bacon Cheeseburger Supreme at Jack in the Box. You know there's no comparison. 1 penalty, 10 yards for Oakland, 1 5 yards for San Diego. First 16 and a half minutes or so of this ball game. 129 yards offense for the Raiders in the first quarter, 75 for the Chargers, but the Chargers with the lead.
Chandler remains out, having hurt an ankle or a knee on that big reception. The pitch is back to Muncy. Sweep to the right at the 15. Blockers to the 20, to the 21 or 2-yard line. Kicked out of bounds over at that point at the 22. A gain of 5, 2nd and 5.
Good to see Muncy running, and he's running crisply with some strength when he makes that push around the corner. Chuck on the practice field this week. And this has got to be the first week in maybe 6 or 7 weeks that Chuck Muncy's practiced it down.
Barnes and Hendricks combined to drive him out of bounds. It's at the 22 of San Diego. Joyner left, wide to the right is Scales. I formation. Winslow is the up back in the setup now. Bouts at quarterback, turns and hands the ball to Muncy and straight ahead, and he's over the 25 to the 27. Very close to the first down. Well, I tell you, there was Kellen Winslow lined up in the I formation in what would be the fullback spot. First man back to the quarterback, and Big Kellen led the way right up the middle.
Well, they used him that way a lot in the Oakland game up there. Kellen would line up in that fullback spot, and a lot of people feel like one of the reasons the Chargers were able to confuse Oakland defensively was because they did that. They would expect Winslow to maybe go in motion, and a lot of times he didn't. He would just check out of the backfield from that fullback spot.
Bobby Sexton says it's a first down. We'll await the official word from the Chain Gang and company. It's down. They stretch it out. Bobby Sexton's right again. 1st and 10. Chargers on their own 27-yard line. 1st and 10, San Diego. Chargers lead 7-3. And, of course, we all know the import of this ball game tonight. A San Diego win means a trip to Miami January 2nd to play Shula's Dolphins. Fouts is 2 for 4, 40 yards through the air.
Who knows?
Joyner
Maybe
left.
the Blue Monster, too.
All right, the handoff. Muncy coming to the back to the left side and was hit and drilled, and I mean thrown unceremoniously to the turf, hit by Rod Martin, and Martin came up with the ball, and Fouts and Martin in lockstep were jigging and jogging their way to the 10-yard line, headed for the end zone.
They had Muncy stopped before Martin took the ball away. What Chuck tried to do there is the same exact thing he did in Oakland when he broke away for that 73-yard touchdown run. Dove to the middle, then tried to cut it outside, but Rod Martin did not just get off the turnip truck, and he wasn't going to get burnt with that again.
Throw steps up over the middle, complete at the 40, 45. Sievers at midfield at the Oakland 39-yard line. Sievers over the middle, brought down by Jackson, wide open. Owens was there as well.
You know what's going to happen, Tom, with this football team and the ability of a Kellen Winslow? Eric Sievers is going to become known in this league as the Chargers' other tight end. But what a job this rookie has done coming on in this season.
Named to the NFC, I should say NFL, all-rookie team.
Right?
Sievers with a 32-yard reception makes it a first down at the Oakland 39. Scales wide right and Joyner to the left. I formation. Brooks is the tailback. Winslow goes in motion. The pitch to Brooks, sweep to the right at the 40, at the 35, and down he goes. Brooks got nailed as he went by big John Matuzak. Going to be a pickup to the 35, a gain of 4, 2nd and 6 at the Oakland 35.
Same play he scored on, 29 yards in the first quarter for the Charger touchdown. Talk about the way some of these youngsters have come on for the Chargers this season. You had to believe, looking all the way back to training camp, a rookie coming into this ball club had to wonder why he was even bothering with the amount of talent around here. And these two guys, Sievers and Brooks, have really established themselves.
Scales and Joyner to the right, Winslow to the left. Lone setback is Brooks. Fouts to throw with time, looking downfield, throws it almost intercepted. Batted away. Hayes was there. Pass intended for Scales, and Hayes stepped in and really got most of the football. Arm, shoulder, whatever, and it caromed high in the air.
There is isn't there a certain arrogance and confidence about the good quarterbacks in this league. A lot of guys wouldn't have thrown that ball to that coverage as close to Scales as Hayes was with 13 interceptions last year. But Fouts is convinced that he can beat just about anybody, and really that ball could have been completed.
Chandler's back in. Sievers is out. 0 for 2 on third downs, and Fouts throws it complete to Joyner at the 20, Joyner to the 15, Joyner's down to the 14-yard line. Owens brought him down. Watts was there. Just a quick look in, right over the middle, take the snap, one step back, raise up and hit Joyner, who comes up limping, but the ball is at the Oakland 14, a gain of 21, 1st and 10.
What a job by Charlie running it, too. Look, crossing. He kind of drifted to one side, got Burgess Owens to change his pace a little bit, and that's really why he got as many yards as he did. Owens made the tackle, but he had to play catch-up as Charlie put a pretty good little move on him.
Brooks and Joyner come out. Muncie is in. Sievers is in. Flanked wide to the left side is Chandler. Scales is in the slot left. Muncie the lone setback. Winslow wing back to the right. The give to Muncie straight ahead. Slips to about the 11-yard line. Gain of 3, 2nd and 7.
We hear that Bob Chandler has a bruised knee and will probably come back into the ball game. In fact, as I tell you about it, I think I just saw him run it. No, that was not him running on the field.
Capoletti is in, and Sievers comes out. Muncie, 10 carries, 32 yards.
Got 10 already? He's romping.
That's why I hesitated. Jan Chapman
Didn't seem like he'd had it that many times.
No. 2nd down and 7 at the 11-yard line. Fouts backpedaling to throw. Looking. Chase now. Rolls to his right. Sets. Fires it back in the end zone. Jump ball. The Raiders had it and couldn't hold on. Muncie was there along with Chandler. Jackson went up in the air, had the football, came down with it, and then just dropped it and kicked it. He and Rod Martin looked at it, and Fouts lives again. Dangerous.
Fouts will do that, and I'm not going to criticize him for it. There were 3 guys around Muncie. He knows what a great athlete Muncie is. He felt certain that if he could get the ball in the vicinity and up in the air, Muncie was going to go up and catch it for him.
Yeah, but maybe you'll get football, not basketball.
Yeah, but maybe you'll get burned a few times on that kind of play, but if you hit it, it's a great play, and the worst thing that's going to happen is the ball's going to come out to the 20 and a touchback.
The worst thing is you lose the ball.
Yeah.
Scales goes in motion to the right side, backs a split, the handoff to Muncie on the sweep. He's at the 10, to the 5. Helmet goes flying as Muncie is dropped at the 5, and they knocked his helmet off. Owens was there to make the stop, short of the first down. 4th down and about, a yard, 2 yards to go. 2 yards to go, and Benershka's coming on. The ball is at the 5-yard line. Going to try for 3. Fouts comes out. Muncie comes out.
Chargers do have a fake in the repertoire, by the way. You know how hard you got to hit a guy to knock his helmet off and his glasses? I mean, they got double snaps on both sides of those chin straps. Mercy.
Talk about people getting hit. Back to Bobby Chandler, who had a spleen removed. Chandler was hit so hard up in the Denver game that the tackler broke his face mask in tackling Chandler. Try from the 15-yard line. 25-yarder. Banershka hits it. It's up. It's good. Timeout on the field. 9:19 remaining in the first half. And the score, San Diego Chargers 10 and the Oakland Raiders 3.
I'd like to tell you a story about how the Sony Betamax saved my marriage. I'm a Sony dealer, and for a long time I was selling Sony Betamaxes to everyone and his brother, and guess who never bothered to buy one himself? Me. Now, my wife and I would have these big disagreements. I wanted to catch the football game. She wanted to watch tennis. She wanted to go visiting when my favorite series was on. It was terrible. Then I got smart. I brought home a Betamax. Now I watch football and we record her program. She drags me to Europe last summer for 2 weeks, and we didn't miss a thing because of the optional Betastack changer that recorded a total of 20 hours worth of programs. Come into my store. I'll show you the Betamax. It does wonders for the modern marriage.
See Sony, the one and only. For a demonstration of the Sony Betamax, stop into Mission Hills TV, 4020 Goldfinch in San Diego. That's Mission Hills TV. They're located at 4020 Goldfinch in San Diego. See them for a demonstration of the Sony Betamax.
10-3, San Diego leads. Banershka's 24-yard field goal, 83-yard drive, 10 plays, 5.5 minutes the Chargers used up with that one.
Let me do some counting here. That's 17 times 50. That's 35. That's 85. That's 850 for Rolf, and 7,000 times 7. Boy, them critters are making money.
Montgomery and Barnwell are awaiting the kickoff by Banershka. 9:19 remaining, first half. Whittington is out, bruised, groin pull. Kick comes to Montgomery at the 15, far side, to the 20, still on his feet, 25. Bauer was there, Laslovic, and they ride him out of bounds short of the 30-yard line.
You know, you got a special team when you've got 2 and 3 guys trying to block one guy, and that's what happens with Hank Bauer now. On the recovered teams, the other guys' return teams are double teaming Hank.
Fitzke was down there as well. Wilson is in to quarterback the Raiders. The ball is at the Oakland 28.
I think Scott Fitzke's the secret weapon on special teams. I don't know if anybody knows we have him.
Montgomery realizes it. Fitzke got part of him. Barnwell and Chandler flank wide to the left. Oakland moving left to right. Hawkins and Jensen. And Van Egan gets the handoff. He is dropped at the 30-yard line by Wilbur Young. Going to be a gain of 2. It'll be 2nd and 8 at the 30.
Boy, Wilbur keeps sitting. When Louie and Leroy are healthy, Wilbur sits a lot, except every time Wilbur comes in and plays, he looks like the all-world defensive lineman left side, whether he's playing end or tackle.
Quite frankly, I think he's a much better tackle than end. Hobbling coming out, Pete Shaw. Ellis is in. Chandler is flanked wide to the right side and Barnwell to the left. Wilson, the quarterback, is straight back to throw. Sets, fires it right over the middle, wide open, the tight end, Ramsey, and he's down to the Charger 48-yard line for a first down.
They did the job that time. I'm looking at the youngster, Kurt Marsh, who's in there filling the shoes of a legend, Gene Upshaw at left guard. First-round choice out of Washington, and he really handled Woodcock that time.
3 of 6 for Wilson now, 67 yards through the air for Wilson. He's been sacked twice. And that completion, a big one, of 32 yards. 8 minutes remain, first half. Ball at the Charger, 48-yard line. Hawkins and Van Egan, the backs are split. And the handoff to Van Egan, and he squirms ahead, pulling Louis Kelcher with him to the San Diego 46, a gain of 2, 2nd and 8.
I don't know about you, Tom, but the one thing that made me nervous about this ball game today, when I heard that Mark Van Egan had been activated and they were sitting Kenny King down, putting him on injured reserve. Granted, King broke that big, long bomb run last year against the Chargers, but Mark Van Egan has had a career against this team alone.
Well, you can say that about a lot of people on this ball club and a lot of people on the Denver team because there are a lot of veteran people on both teams. In fact, the report in the paper today that 8, could be as many as 8 of the Broncos are thinking of retiring. Back to throw is Wilson. Sets, gets a rush. Long downfield, has a man. It is incomplete. Batted away. Oh, great defense by Williams with help from Edwards. Intended receiver was Barnwell. And what a confrontation at the 9-yard line.
And a safety blitz by Pete Shaw. And Shaw just about knocked that ball away before it left Mark Wilson's hands. But what a job by Mike Williams, who's come back into the lineup to get up there one-on-one with Barnwell. Safety blitz, though, really might have been part of the play, as Shaw was all over Mark Wilson.
I don't know how Williams got any part of that ball to knock away. He was on the outside, had to turn back in, was beaten by a yard, reached up and somehow tapped it away.
He's good.
Whittington is back in. Wilson to throw, dropping back, being chased, throws incomplete. Oh my, Gary Big Hands Johnson was going to have Mark Wilson for Christmas dinner.
And they call it an incomplete pass. No, they call him down. They put the ball back down to 35.
No, nobody bothered to pick it up. They moved it up to the 46.
Okay. Oh, there's 2 footballs down there.
Yeah, and I tell you, Christensen got mad, got up and threw it off the field of play. Badly, I might add. At the 46, it'll be 4. Christensen is not a thrower.
Scared.
He's a receiver. Ray Guy... No, not poorly, badly. He did it badly. It's an adverb, you know. Guy is back to kick. Brooks is waiting at the 10-yard line.
4th in the league in return.
10-3. Chargers lead. Second time that Guy has been asked to kick. He's got a bad back. Steps up and kicks it. Hits a high one. Headed for the sidelines and goes into the end zone. Touchback out to the 20. 46 yards out to the 20. Timeout on the field. 6:53 remaining in the first half. And the score at San Diego's Jack Murphy Stadium. Chargers 10 and the Raiders 3.
If you were under the impression that Altadena Certified Dairy only sells raw certified milk products, here's news for you. Altadena Certified Dairy features a complete line of pasteurized dairy products, including pasteurized milk, cream, non-fat milk, half and half, cottage cheese, buttermilk, yogurt, kefir cheese, sour cream, and ice cream. As a matter of fact, Altadena Certified Dairy sells more pasteurized products than they do raw. It's true they specialize in the raw certified milk, but they want to offer you a choice of dairy products, all with unsurpassed quality, whether they be made from raw certified milk or pasteurized milk. Altadena Certified Dairy is family-owned and operated. The owners are the 3 oldest brothers of a family of 17, and 15 of the 17 brothers and sisters work for the dairy every day. So to Altadena, producing the best dairy products possible is not just a business, it's a way of life. Remember, when you shop for dairy products, look for those stores that feature Altadena products. Altadena Certified Dairy is the dairy that cares about your health.
Jan Chapman's tale of the tape, statistically, telling the story. Chargers in the first period had the ball on the 25, the 20, and their own 32. Third possession, they went 68 yards for a score. Brooks, 28 yards. Oakland in the first period had it on the 44 and the 26-yard line. In the second period, shortly after it started, on their own 22, they managed to get it in the end zone. A field goal for 3. Campbelletti and Muncie back of Fouts, who's back to throw. Downfield, and it is incomplete. Chandler had it and couldn't hang on. Tried to one-hand it at the 41. Had Lester Hayes beat, but couldn't pull it down. Rushing, Muncie 11 carries, 38 yards. Brooks 2 carries, 32 yards, including a 29-yard touchdown gallop. And Fouts is 4 of 9, 93 yards. 2nd and 10, San Diego. The ball on the Charger 20-yard line. 6:47 remaining, first half. Another capacity crowd here and a cool Christmassy type evening here in Paradise. Campbelletti and Muncie are split. Chandler and Joyner and Fouts back to throw. Sets with protection. Over the middle, complete. Winslow at the 25. Winslow to the 28-yard line. Oh, what a crowd of people Winslow attracted, including Barnes and Hendricks and number 36, Davis. Browning was there as well, just kind of like a foreman supervising the job.
Winslow's first catch in the ball game, and do you remember the game statistically in Oakland? 13 catches, 144 yards, 5 touchdown catches. Well, Oakland obviously has done their best to keep Kellen out of this fray.
It is 3rd down and 2. Chargers on their own 28. Joyner left, Chandler to the right, Fouts to throw. Good protection over the middle, incomplete. Tried to hit Muncie at the 32, which would have been first down country, and Muncie had it go right off his hands, and in to kick is Roberts. Watts is going back. McClanahan was there, but by all odds, that's a very catchable ball, and Muncie knows it more than any of the 50-odd thousand that are here tonight. Watts has had a 1-yard return.
Number 41, Ted Watts.
Standing at the Oakland 34, and Roberts is at the Charger 13. 3rd time that Roberts has been asked to kick. First time was just a 20-yarder. Big rush. Oh, and it's blocked. Hayes blocked it. It is picked up and carried to the 31, 32-yard line. First down. Laslovic has a first down for San Diego.
Laz did it. It's touched Oakland. It's blocked. Laz runs it for the first down. We're not talking the last 2 minutes of the half. George Roberts would be the only man that could advance that ball if we were in the last 2 minutes of the half. Thank you, Oakland, 2 years ago, but that wasn't the case.
At the 31-yard line, 1st and 10, and that may be the biggest first down the Chargers ever get. Great play by Hayes, and a heads-up play by Laslovic. Timeout. Station identification is what we'll pause for. This is the San Diego Chargers Radio Network.
Bill Holland here, bringing you the latest Wall Street news each day during my business reports on Charger Radio 1130, KSDO, San Diego.
James Brooks straight ahead to the 35-yard line. A gain of 4, 2nd and 6 at the 35. What a heads-up play by Laslovic, linebacker out of Penn State.
That's what experience does for you, Tom. Here's a guy, he's not a great athlete, but he doesn't make mistakes, and he has the presence of mind. The ball's bouncing around, and immediately he knows it's not going to do me any good to recover it unless I can get the first down. And he turned and headed for that marker without a moment's hesitation.
Wide to the left side is Charlie Joyner. To the right side is Chandler. I formation. Winslow in the backfield. Back to throw as the flag goes down. Fouts going to run it. 35 at the 40 to the 42-yard line. That'd be a first down, but we've got to see about the flag.
I think we're going to have maybe a holding or a motion in there, but I love the way Fouts did that hook slide right over the first down marker.
The officials confer now.
7 yards. Penalty flag on the field.
Illegal procedure, San Diego. So Fouts just exercise, thank you. Though he did get the first down, but
he was cute, though. I mean, that form. I mean, big part of athletics is form, and that he slides so nicely.
I'm going to tell him you said that.
Oh, I've told him. I've told him
that he's a form-filled competitor. Eh?
That's right. You got it.
Ball is back
back
at the
judge
30.
This one is a financial consultant.
Now there's a statistic. Chopped a wrench into this conversation.
Well, you know, ABC's flashing those things, and Cosell's been haranguing for years about full-time officials.
Fouts the throw, flips it out, incomplete. If he just put a little more on it, flag down, I think there was an illegal motion or illegal formation. San Diego had people spread out all across the line of scrimmage.
Well, you hate not to take advantage of a big play like that big punt block. And then the recovery by Laslovic for the Charger first down. Lester Hayes got in there, made a great play, blocked the football, but then Oakland couldn't recover it. Laz did, got the first down. Now 2 consecutive penalties. The Chargers are going the wrong way.
It's going to be declined. It'll be 3rd and 11, San Diego on the Charger 30, as the Raiders decline the penalty. Word from the Oakland side of the field, Whittington, another groin pull, and will not be back in the rest of the evening. Scales to the left side. Joyner, Chandler, Winslow to the right. Fouts, back to throw. Needs a big play. Steps up, throws it downfield, pulled down by Winslow. First down at the 49.
You talk about catching the ball in traffic. I don't believe Fouts was able to throw that ball in the kind of traffic he had. And once again, you have a situation where 52,045 people counting the Oakland Raiders. 3rd and 11. No Fouts is going to throw it. Probably to Winslow, going for the first down yardage. He does, and they get it.
At the 49, Davis at 6'3", not big enough to handle 6'5", Kellen Winslow, is flanked wide to the right. Brooks the lone setback. In motion, Joyner. Chandler to the left. Pitches back to Brooks. He's at the 50. Comes back against the flow. Runs right into Russ Washington and loses a yard at the 48.
A little too eager, I think, that time, Tom. Probably should have stayed in the direction he was going. Maybe gets 4 or 5 more yards.
Well, he's a gifted athlete and a great runner, but he's a rookie.
And he's broken
made a
one
rookie
tonight.
mistake as he had yardage, turned and came back and ran into everybody, including big Russ Washington, who was so surprised he almost picked him up and threw him upfield.
Is that legal?
Down in 11.
Is that considered a forward pass if you
No,
pick
I
the
think
player
that
and the ball up and throw him downfield?
That is helping, pushing, you know, that's illegal.
Of course, then you'd have an illegal receiver downfield, too, probably.
Fouts is 6 of 13 for 120 yards, and he's back to throw. Steps, throws, complete to Sievers, flag down. Sievers is at the Oakland 45. Thrown down at the 44 by Rod Martin. We'll see about the flag.
Wes Chandler's hoping it's against Monty Jackson for an illegal chuck, who was guarding him. They ran a pick route is what they did that time. Ran Chandler down the sideline. That's what it is. It's against Oakland. They ran the pick with Chandler and Jackson on Jackson, which gave Sievers the area cleared out for the completion. And Jackson chucked Chandler more than 5 yards downfield.
Well, they'll bring it back and step it off because it'll be a first down.
Well, it's a chuck as opposed to a pass interference, so
Move
it's a
it
walk-off.
to the 47 of Oakland for a 1st and 10. The Chargers don't get much in the way of yardage, but they get the big first down. So it is 1st and 10 with 3:17 to go in the half. Ball is on the Oakland 47, and San Diego leads 10-3.
Time of possession has got to be pretty strong in the favor of the Chargers this half.
Wide right is Chandler. Joyner's in the slot. Winslow to the left. Muncy the setback, and he's got it on the sweep. At midfield, stumbles, gets to the 45. Gain of about 2, 2nd and 8.
Muncy, the ball carrier. Stop by number 36.
Bottom of the pile, Mike Davis.
Gain of 2 yards.
Browning was there as well. Rod Martin. 2:55, clock running, time remaining. Ball is just shy of the Oakland 45-yard line.
This drive's gone 4 minutes plus.
And this is the 9th play in this drive. 4 minutes on the clock. Winslow is the up back in the I formation. Goes in motion to the right side. Fouts back to throw. Looking. Steps away. Cocks his arm. Throws. Oh, incomplete. Had both Muncy and Joyner downfield. Incomplete. Fouts couldn't make up his mind.
I think at the last second he decided to just airmail everybody there as he saw the coverage closing in on both Joyner and Muncy.
I wish he'd have airmailed it towards Severs, who seemed to be wide open at about the 15-yard line.
But see, you're up here, and you can see that. He's down there with the Brownings and the Johnny Longs and those people all over his face.
3rd down and 8 at the 45-yard line. 2.5 remaining, first half. Scales to the left. Winslow, Joyner, Chandler wide right, and Fouts back to throw. Fires it down, incomplete. Beautiful defense, intended for Joyner, and Jackson batted it away. Great coverage by Jackson. 4th down, and the Chargers will kick it away.
Completely classy, completely exciting. Chevrolet invites you to see your Chevy dealer about the completely new 82 Cavalier Coupe, which is complete from A to Z.
So for the 4th time in this ball game, Roberts is in to kick it away, and Watts is back at the Oakland 10-yard line.
Of course, this was sort of a free possession after the block punt, and in essence, what the Chargers have done has been able to give Roberts much better field position from which to kick it.
The snap, modest rush. He's angling for this, the near side, and he kicks it down out of bounds, but we'll wait and see.
We're going to have an automatic first down unless they call it a dead ball foul. Let's see how they play it.
I don't know. The ball is being marked as out of bounds at the 15. Penalty flag.
It's got to be on Ted Watts down there for an unnecessary roughness.
Well, we'll wait and see. 30 yards on the kick.
It's a dead ball. It'll just mean Oakland will go back half the distance to the goal from where they spotted it.
Personal foul, Oakland. But they're going to maintain possession, which is the key. They're going to take it back from the 15 to about the 8-yard line. 2:18, time remaining, first half. Horn out, Laslovic in. At the 8-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Raiders. Chargers lead 10-3.
Unnecessary roughness.
Dead ball foul.
On the receiving team.
That was Watts. He just cracked one of the Charger cover guys is all, knocked him impolitely out of bounds.
We've got a timeout with 2:18 remaining in the first half, and the score here at San Diego Jack Murphy Stadium, Chargers 10 and the Raiders 3.
Autumn trees and good vibration, winter scenes and decoration, somewhere there's a Chevy at the heart of it.
Chevy's at the heart of some mighty good things, like the creation of Chevrolet Cavalier, the product of some of the most advanced manufacturing technology known to man. Chevrolet Cavalier. Gamma rays explore its outer regions. Robot-manipulated probes check relentlessly for body fit. And ultrasonic weld testers take echo readings to determine strength. Chevrolet Cavalier. Masterminded for remarkable precision, dedication to detail, exactness of fit, and consistent quality. Chevrolet Cavalier. It represents mastery of mind over matter.
Chevy makes good things happen. All kinds of good things happen. Chevy makes good things happen.
Horn is back in now at middle linebacker with fresh information from coaches Levy and Coryell down below us. Wilson's hit 3 of 8, 67 yards, about 6 of 15, 120. First down, Oakland, and back to throw Wilson. He's at the goal line, right over the middle, incomplete. Into and out of the hands of tight end Ramsey.
Came very close to a safety there. No, Wilson was just standing about 2 feet deep in the end zone. Chargers almost got to him. I'll tell you one thing about the kid. He's made some mistakes. He certainly made some in the first game of the Chargers up in Oakland. But we know what a great passer he was at BYU. Most of the records Jim McMahon broke this year were Mark Wilson's or Gifford Nielsen's. He's a quarterback.
Ramsey and Chester are in along with Van Egan and Hawkins now. Barnwell is flanked wide to the left side. And the handoff and straight ahead, Van Egan's to the 10 and then is met belt high and driven down by Keith King.
Van Egan comes,
Pete Shaw.
Sorry, Tom. Van Egan comes into this one, I believe, missing 13 starts this year, and this is his first game. Just came off injured reserve today after knee injury early.
And we've come to the 2-minute warning here in the first half. We'll take time out. With the score, San Diego 10 and Oakland 3. Down. 2 minutes remaining first half. It is third down at the 11-yard line. 3rd and 7 for Oakland on their 11.
Penalties. There really haven't been that many in the ball game. The Raiders twice for 15. Chargers twice for 10 yards in this game. Crew led by Jerry Seaman, the referee. His umpires, Frank Sinkovitz, Leo Miles, head linesman, John Lineback, the line judge, Paul Bates, the financial consultant, is the back judge. Bill Quimby's the side judge, and Bill O'Brien's the field judge.
Wilson is 3 of 6 conversions. Wide left Chandler, Barnwell slotted left, and Van Egan along with Hawkins. Third down at the 11-yard line. Oh my! Gary Big Hands Johnson flies into the Oakland backfield, whether he was drawn across or not.
He wasn't the only Charger to move. Woodcock went too.
Start.
Oh, no, it wasn't. They called it defense. They called it on Johnson. Woodcock being a little sly there, trying to maybe buy the call by going in along with him.
No, I think they might have been holding hands. They went together the way it went.
Number 79 prior to the snap.
Johnny looked over there out of the corner of his eye and saw Big Hands go and said, uh-oh, let's see if we can't buy something here. And then he went with him.
Ball goes out to the 16 where it's 3rd and 2 now. Big drive from 3rd and 7. Chandler to the right side, Barnwell left. Hawkins and Van Egan behind Wilson. Ball is on the Oakland 16. Flags again, and the Chargers are offside again. Louis this time, as Hawkins was dropped in his tracks, or Mark Van Egan. But it's going to be a penalty against San Diego, and they give Oakland quickly 10 yards without barely a snap of the ball.
Those are the things you can't do. They have been problems on and off this year.
Coming out to the 21 for a 1st and 10, Oakland. They started with a first down at their own 8-yard line, and they have picked up a total of 3 yards on the ground by themselves, and all of a sudden they're out at the 21.
We have met the enemy, and they are us. Is that the...
That's it.
You know, you got to believe that the defense has played, overall, the defense has played very well tonight. They've made some big plays, and they're pumped up, and that adrenaline's flowing, and you try and get the edge off the football against Oakland because they're so good.
Van Egan is the lone setback. Christensen slotted to the right. Wilson back to throw. Nice protection. A lot of time. Throws it upfield, incomplete. Great coverage by the Chargers. Ramsey, the intended receiver. And King and Laslovic were all over him. So it'll be 2nd and 10, Oakland on the Raider 21-yard line. Clock stops with 1:50 remaining in the first half. 10-3, Chargers lead. Ramsey is joined by Chester now. Ramsey now going out, and Chester remains in.
Chester hasn't played much this year. They elected to go with the youngster, Derek Ramsey, early in the year when they made all those changes. Put on the bench, Chester on the bench, Plunkett on the bench.
Wilson is 3 of 10. He has Van Egan as the lone setback. He's back to throw. He steps up, throws it right up the middle, and it is intercepted. Picked off by Buchanan at the 35. He's headed for the end zone, but they're going to bring it back and give it to San Diego at the Raider 35-yard line. The pass intended for Barnwell, and Willie B has picked it off.
Shows the ball to the Oakland Raiders, and what a great interception it was. A diving catch by Willie Buchanan, his 5th on the season. Coming across, Barnwell had him beat. The ball was thrown behind Barnwell, a little underthrown, as, again, pressure on Mark Wilson. Louis Kelcher had his hands around his ankles about the time he let it go.
First down, Chargers on the Oakland 35. Big opportunity now. Chandler in motion to the left. Fouts gives the ball to Muncie on the sweep. At the 35, at the 30, to the 29. Tackled by Otis McKinney and Rod Martin. It'll be 2nd and 4 at the 29. A minute 29 and the clock running now. 10-3 Chargers.
3rd turnover by the Raiders in the first half. A fumble recovery. The block punt, which was ultimately recovered by Jim Laslovic, that goes in the books as a turnover, and now the interception. Defense having a good night.
Chandler right, Joyner left, Fouts to throw, steps up, looking, throws sidelines for Joyner. Charlie's got it, end zone, touchdown. I tell you, Joyner caught that right between Owens and Jackson, and Joyner took it right between the two.
7th touchdown reception for Charlie Joyner. 33rd touchdown pass on the year for Dan Fouts. And Dan Fouts threw that football the only place you could to complete it. Just over the head of Monty Jackson, who stuck his hand up in the air like a batter swinging at a changeup. He was way behind it.
Try for the extra point now. The line is set. Luther to hold. The snap. Banerska hits it, and it's good. So with only a minute 5 to go in this first half, the Chargers turn Buchanan's interception into a 29-yard Fouts to Joyner touchdown. And that puts San Diego up now as they lead 17-3 over the Raiders with a minute 5 to go in the first half.
And now you or your friends can compare the taste of Michelob Light, how sweet it is right now, I'm sure. Compare it to any beer you like. Pick up the Entertainer, the 12-pack of Michelob Light when you're entertaining.
Coach Coryell down below, clapping his hands, talking to everybody and anybody, urging them all on, congratulating everybody in sight. San Diego up 17-3.
You know, talking to Coach Coryell this morning, Tom, when we did the pregame show, he is not one who normally assesses the feelings of his football team. You ask him, Coach, how do you think your players feel? He'll normally say, I don't know. I think we're ready to play. This morning he said, I think we're going to do it this time, because twice already this year the Chargers really had chances to sort of put this division away, and they weren't able to do it. They kept giving destiny back to the Denver Broncos, and now they seem to be destiny's darlings. We got a lot of football left.
Montgomery and Barnwell, and the kick is going to Barnwell on the far side at the 2, to the 5, to the 10, 15, at the 20, and down he goes.
Number 80, Malcolm Barnwell, that's the kickoff on the 1-yard line.
Ralph's
Bobby
even pumped
Greger
up.
over there.
Ralph's pumped up. He's knocking them deep.
And we've got Phillips, Bradley, Ferguson,
43, Bob Greger.
Greger, as we mentioned. You wonder now, 17-3, what it would take just to have Oakland roll over and say, forget it.
I don't think Oakland rolls over and says, forget it. I really don't, Tom. I don't think it's in the makeup of that football team.
I know Bobby Chandler told me today he just hoped his team played well, and he said, boy, we really want to beat you.
Oh,
Chandler, Bradshaw, and Barnwell, and Wilson back to throw. Over the middle, it is complete at the 25 to Christensen, and down he goes, wrapped up by Laslovic.
I'll tell you, you talk about your great game. Jim Laslovic is having a super game at middle linebacker and on special teams with that punt recovery. An article.
40 seconds remaining in the half, and Wilson back to throw again, complete to Chandler out at the Oakland 40-yard line. Hurry up offense as Mike Williams makes the tackle. 1st and 10 at the Raider 40.
And the Raiders decide to call timeout. I started to say, Mike Davis, I don't know if you saw it, but Davis was quoted in the Oakland newspapers earlier within the last week or two, and he had some rather uncomplimentary things to say about some of his teammates. He didn't mention any names, but he indicated that he felt there were some players on this team that perhaps weren't living up to their capabilities, that didn't have the right kind of attitude. He alluded to the fact that a lot of guys came into training camp after the Super Bowl victory feeling like they were back on top and they were the kings of the NFL, as it were. It was rather uncomplimentary, and maybe when you get players like that popping off in print, that has a way of causing some problems in the locker room. But still, the Oakland Raiders, we kid and maybe even get sarcastic about that pride and poise motto of theirs, but they play up to it most of the time.
At the 40-yard line with 32 seconds remaining in the half, Oakland trying to get upfield and get some points on the board. Chargers leading 17-3. Wilson is 5 of 13, 87 yards and 1 intercept. Buchanan picked that one off, and the Chargers turned it into a Fausto-Joyner touchdown. Wilson to throw, heavy rush, steps up, still on his feet, rolling out at the 40, 45, and out of bounds at the Oakland 49. First down.
Now, your friend Mr. Chandler just pushed Woody Lowe flat in the back in pursuit of Mark Wilson, and apparently I'm the only guy in the ballpark that saw it because there was no flag thrown as a result.
Well, at least nobody with a striped shirt. It is not a first down. As they say, Wilson stepped out short of the 50. It'll be 2nd and a yard to go. Oakland on their own 49-yard line. Wide to the right side is Bradshaw. Chandler to the left. Now it's Louis Kelcher across the line of scrimmage. Kelcher knocked Henry Lawrence flat on his numbers.
That'll be worth a first down.
Mickey Marvin, he belted too.
That one's a false start. That one is not encroachment. That one's on the Raiders.
2nd and 6, back at the 44 now. Mickey Marvin apparently moved. Yes, he did. And Kelcher just dumped him on his
wallet.
Back of his lap.
Start, number 65
Tush.
offense.
2nd and 6, Oakland on the Raider 44-yard line. Bradshaw and Barnwell to the right, Chandler to the left. Back to throw, Wilson with time, downfield, and it is caught by Chandler at the 20. Chandler is down to the 11-yard line. Shaw went for the interception and ran right past the ball, and Chandler caught it, taking it down to the Charger 11-yard line.
Glenn Edwards is down and shaken up over there by the sideline. No, he's not down. Now the Raiders are going to take a timeout, obviously, with 13 seconds to go, and a chance to get some points on the board here, and it makes it a different ball game, 17-10 to 17-3, going into the clubhouse.
Gamble by Shaw, and it didn't pay off. Pete tried to step between Chandler and the ball and just did miss connections. Glenn Edwards caught up with Chandler, and Williams came over to help out.
I'll tell you what, again, you talk about the game of inches. If Pete Shaw is able to pick that one off, he's gone for 6 points, going the other direction, a wide open field.
Chandler with 4 catches, 106 yards in this ball game, and now the Chargers managed to stave off Oakland earlier, holding him to a field goal by Barr, and now the defense, backed up at their own 10-yard line, will be asked to do it again.
They have made some big plays. They have forced 3 turnovers if you count that blocked punt. And both the turnovers, both the interception and the fumble recovery, led to Charger scores.
In the backfield, Jensen for the Raiders. The ball is on the Charger 10-yard line. Todd Christensen is also in the backfield alignment now, along with Jensen. Chandler and Barnwell are set to the right side. Wilson, the quarterback, at the Charger 11, is back to throw. Sets, nice protection, looking, in the end zone, incomplete. Intended for Chandler, thrown way too high.
Well, what do you do here with 7 seconds? Do you go for another pass play? Do you send the field goal team on and try and get some points? Mark Wilson staying on the field.
It's going to be 2nd down and 10.
I guess they try one more and try and get the ball out, throw it to the outside, or toward the back of the end zone.
Christensen goes out now, and Hawkins comes back into the Oakland alignment. Hawkins and Jensen are the setbacks. Chandler and Barnwell to the right. 2nd down with 7 seconds to go at the Charger 10. Wilson back to throw, being chased. Rolling out to the right side. Cocks his arm, throws it the back line and over the end zone. Chandler was there, but way too far. Time runs out, and the Charger defense turns the Raiders aside. So the first half is over, and the score, San Diego 17, Oakland 3.
Right now, wrap up 2 super home entertainment values and save $120 at Sears. First, save $60 on a Sears 19-inch color TV with touch and tune channel selection and 1-button color. Now just $399.95. And save another $60 on a Sears AM. Just $169.95.
Hey, this is a stick-up. Hand over your wallet.
Yes, sir. Here it is.
Hey, this wallet's nice. Did you get it from the San Diego Chargers?
It's a rainbow NFL wallet.
Whoa.
They come in all 28 NFL team colors and logos.
Yeah, this one looks like it's part of the San Diego Chargers uniform. Feels tough, too.
The rainbow's a nylon.
Ooh.
Hand-sewn right here in the USA.
You think I can get one for my kid? He's a real Chargers fan.
Sure. There are rainbows for men, kids, women, even joggers.
Okay, stick-up's over. Get going, buddy.
Now that you got my money, can I have my Chargers wallet back?
Nah, here's your money. I get to keep the wallet.
If you're looking for a great wallet, put your money on a rainbow, an officially licensed wallet of the NFL. Your San Diego Chargers wallets are available at FedMart, at the Sports Arena, and in Balboa, Kearney Mesa, and Grossmont, the Broadway, North Vista, and Magnolia and University.
Tom Kelly with John DeMott and Mike McGregor. Halftime at San Diego's Jack Murphy Stadium. Chargers lead 17-3. Third time San Diego got possession of the ball. They drove 68 yards. And Jimmy Brooks, the number 1 out of Auburn, scampered 29 up the middle. Tackle-busting run into the end zone. 7-0 San Diego. Back came the Oakland Raiders. They put together a 6-minute, 43-second drive of their own. But the Charger defense forced him to go for 3, and Barr hit a 34-yard field goal to make it 7-3 Chargers. Back came San Diego, 83 yards, and Venerska back with a 24-yard field goal to make it 10-3 in favor of the Chargers. And then, with 1:05 remaining in the first half, Wilson intercepted by Buchanan on the Oakland 35. 2 plays later, bounce hit Charlie Joyner on a 28-29-yard touchdown toss, and with the extra point, San Diego went on top 17-3. Back came Oakland, long pass to Chandler, down to the Charger 10, but the defense stiffened, and as time ran out, Wilson threw it over the back line of the end zone, incomplete. And here at halftime, San Diego 17, Oakland 3. Now, to the Charger Network NFL desk and our halftime NFL update with Chuck Bridge.
All right, Tom, thank you very much. Commissioner Pete Rozelle came out today, and the head honcho in the NFL announced the pairings for the upcoming NFL playoffs. That'll be on the weekend of January 2nd and 3rd. And the matchups shape up this way for you. On Saturday, January 2nd, Tampa Bay travels to Dallas. That'll be in the first game. The second game will have the Miami Dolphins hosting either the Chargers or Denver. Depends upon what happens tonight, of course. On Sunday, January 3rd, the Cincinnati Bengals will be hosting the winner of this Sunday's wild card matchup. That'll be between Buffalo and the New York Jets. The second game that day, Sunday, January 3rd, will have the San Francisco 49ers hosting the winner of this Sunday's wild card matchup between Philadelphia and the New York Giants. So there we have the upcoming matchups. This will be in 2 weeks. Of course, this coming weekend we have the 2 wild card games. That will be Sunday. No big surprise here today. The Baltimore Colts fired head coach Mike McCormick. He was replaced by Frank Kush.
I think I've been tabbed by the media as a tough football coach. I don't think I'm any tougher than I think any fundamentalist coach would be. There's certain ingredients that I feel are necessary for a football team to be successful. I'm talking about conditioning. And if that's tough, yes, I am tough. But I don't think I'm any different than any high school coach or any college coach or pro coach that is going.
So the Oakland Raiders are poised to receive Rolf Benerska's kick as we get ready to start the second half of action. A 17-3 Charger lead. They are 30 minutes away if they can hang on from that January 2nd playoff game in Miami. That one would be 2 o'clock San Diego time in Miami on the 2nd. Rolf's going to kick it, and to call it, here's Tom Kelly.
And the ball is in the air. We've got Bramwell coming to this side, and he has it at the 15, the 20. Back in the middle, 25, hit by Bauer and dropped at the 30-yard line.
Kickoff taken by number 80, Malcolm Barnwell.
Down there also was Clarence Williams.
Tackle by number 37, Hank Bauer.
Going to mark it at the 30-yard line, 1st and 10.
Applause is for Hank Bauer, who the PA announcer also credits with that tackle. And whenever you hear names like Louis Kelcher, Hank Bauer, these fans come alive. So we are now 29 minutes and 8 seconds away from knowing whether or not you and I are going to go play the Blue Monster.
So it'll be San Diego's ball, Oakland's ball, just short of the Oakland 30-yard line. Wilson is back to throw. Rolling, dumps it off behind the line, intended for Jensen, and over there on defense, Wilbur Young. And for a moment, no one was quite sure whether or not it was a forward or lateral, and Jensen not too sure. Looking around on the turf for the ball, but the officials had indicated a forward pass incomplete, 2nd and 10.
And he wisely went after the football. It's better to play the whistle than to sit there and officiate for yourselves.
Wilson is 6 of 17 in the passing department, and he has a total of 131 yards, intercepted 1. 2nd down, the ball is just up over the 29-yard line. Back to split, Jensen back to throw, rolling to his right and looking, throws down the middle, and a great catch by Bramwell at the 46-yard line. He is double-teamed and gang-tackled by Mike Williams and Pete Shaw, but a first down at the 46, 25 yards, 1st and 10.
I want to remind you that our player of the game receives a beautiful Wise Fields Longines Whitnor watch. Right now, you could make a strong case for linebacker Jim Laslovic to be in the running for that watch, certainly.
Chandler wide to the right, and Barnwell flanked to the left side, and the handoff and straight ahead. Jensen, and he gets about a yard, and then is...
Very hard to throw a football when you've got the likes of Louis Kelcher and John Woodcock in your face, and so that's what the situation was for Mark Wilson. He had an idea where Barnwell would be, and so he just launched it for the goal line, and he overthrew it about 10 yards.
I tell you, he had it in the air at least 60 yards.
He's got an arm.
Not more.
He's
really
got an arm.
Ramsey goes out of the ball game at tight end. In 3rd down conversions, the Raiders are 3 of 6. Ball is at their 48-yard line. Wilson back to throw. Fires on the far side. It's complete to Chandler, and he's out of bounds with Ellis hanging on. First down at the San Diego 43.
That's that sideline comeback route that I don't think there's any real way you can get to it. There's nothing a defender can do is just hope to get the tackle made as soon as the guy makes the catch, which Ellis did.
Ball is marked on the Charger 40.
First down, Oakland. Louis Kelcher comes out. Mike Williams comes out for San Diego. Here's Jimmy Webb hurrying on the field. Chargers are a man short. Ellis is still on. First down at the Charger 43, and the handoff to Hawkins finds a hole on the right side, inside the 40, down to the 37-yard line.
Ball carrier number 27, Frank Hawkins.
Bottom of the pile, Bob Horn to make the stop.
I'll tell you, the Raiders disappointed. They had to be disappointed at the end of the half when they got in the 10-yard line, come away with no points, but they have come right back out here and moved the ball down the field.
12:55 remaining, 3rd period. Drive started on the Raider 30. They're down to the Charger 37. 2nd and 4, 7th play of this drive. And the handoff to Hawkins, and Hawkins is back inside to about the 32, and that would be...
27, Frank Hawkins.
See where they mark him down. No, short of the 32.
Gain of 4 yards.
Very close to the 33, and very close to a first down. So close, they're going to bring the chain gang out. We'll see about it. 3rd and inches.
What do you say,
Bob? The boys in the back of the booth.
They say short, huh?
That's what they say.
They're not often wrong.
Time out on the field for a measurement.
Laslovic is coming on defensively for San Diego, and it is going to be 3rd and short.
Awesome.
Awesome? Do you think they're awesome?
Simply awesome.
You're liable to turn their heads. 12.5 minutes remain, 3rd period. San Diego leading 17-3, and the Raiders with a drive put together now. Chandler and Barnwell go out. Christensen checks in. Ramsey is in.
A lot of times you see that tight, double tight formation, which the Oakland Raiders are going to show here, and a guy will go for it long.
Jensen and Hawkins are the setbacks. Christensen is the wingback on the left side. 3rd and about 1.5 feet. First down easy. Jensen straight ahead inside the 30. Rolls to about the 28-yard line.
Took it outside the tackle as they just force blocked and Jensen cut outside and got the first down.
First and 10. Oakland. The ball is at the Charger 28-yard line. Leroy Jones is coming into the ball game now, and Webb comes out. First time we've seen Leroy tonight.
Leroy's still troubled by the bad back. He's lining up. Well, he's lining up at end. Lyndon King will be up in the line of scrimmage as a stand-up sort of end.
Ninth play in this drive. Wilson takes the snap, and he's back to throw. Sets, looking, fires it deep in the end zone. Incomplete. Oh, my. Chandler, the intended receiver, and I tell you, with Buchanan on him, the entire Oakland team has gone down to charge the official. They want pass interference, and look from here as though Buchanan tackled him.
Well, they want face guarding is what they want, as he just threw his body and everything right up in the face of Bob Chandler. The official judged he was going for the football. He ended up tackling him, but I think the Oakland Raiders might have a legitimate complaint.
Legitimate? Boy, I think you could take that to any court in the land. Oh, what a call. Chandler can't
Well, this
believe
is
it.
where they're evening up. They say they all even up.
My, 2nd and 10 at the Charger 28. Oh, my, what a bad call. Wide to the left side is Chandler. Barnwell is in the slot. The pitch is to Van Egan on the sweep at the 30. Back to the 25, and then the Chargers surround him and drop him at the 24.
The ball carrier. Number 30, Mark Van Egan.
Henry Lawrence, the Raiders' right tackle, is complaining about something out there. I think he thinks that Lyndon King may have illegally used his hands.
At the 24, Laslovic is credited with the stop, a 4-yard pickup. 3rd and 6, Oakland. 11:15 remaining in the third period. 11th play on this drive. Oakland started on their own 30 following the kickoff, and they've had the ball ever since. And they've used up nearly, right now we're talking 4 minutes.
Tom, the only reason, looking at the tape again, the only reason I think that perhaps they didn't make the call on Buchanan is that they judged the ball was not catchable.
Back to throw, Wilson rolling out, cocks his arm, running with it, and is at the sidelines and dives for what appears to be the first down at about the 17-yard line. What a heady play by Wilson.
Mark Wilson.
Wilbur Young is limping as he gets up. I tell you, Wilson was like the coy maiden, tempting and tantalizing and threatening and dazzling, and then finally he just ran and jumped for the first down. Beautiful play by Wilson, who had the Chargers really hung out to dry. Was he going to throw it or wasn't he? Was he going to stop or wasn't he? Wilson was really looking for a way out, and he's got the first down. Great play by the young quarterback.
Wilbur's getting helped off the field now. He has got a leg injury. I believe it's something on the left leg.
Ball is at the San Diego 18-yard line. 1st and 10, Oakland. 3 times now in this ball game, counting this occasion.
This leaves Chargers a little thin on the defensive line because remember, Leroy's out there playing, but he didn't start the game because he's hurt, has a back problem.
For the 3rd time, Oakland is inside the Charger 20. They've had to settle for only 1 field goal on the other 2 previous tries. Wilson is back to throw. Set, steps up, gets hit, throws a tip, caught at about the 4-yard line. Chipped by Horn and caught by Chandler. Edwards on the tackle, and the ball is at the San Diego 4-yard line. What a heads-up play by Chandler. 1st and goal, Oakland.
Well, that's got to be a hard ball to catch, that ball to get knocked off track.
Stop by number 27, Glenn Edwards.
Great receiver, Bobby Chandler. 4 catches, 104 yards in the first half alone. And he's got 2, I believe, now in the second half, doesn't he? So he's 6 for 128 now, according to Jan Chapman.
And a 1st and goal, Oakland, and Chandler wide to the right, Barnwell to the left. Van Egan and Hawkins are split. Van Egan pulled down as he gets a yard or 2 to the 2-yard line. Laslovic was there.
Gain of 1 yard. In on the stop.
Come discover Hawaii with the airline that knows her best, United. Call United, your travel agency today, and fly the friendly skies to their little corner of the world.
Gary Johnson.
Johnson and Woodcock and Laslovic were there. The ball is at the 3. It'll be 2nd and goal at the 3.
Raiders have out first down the Chargers 15-11. They've had the football now for 6 minutes since receiving the kickoff, which started the second half.
And this is the 14th play. Ramsey and Christensen are in. Hawkins and Jensen in the backfield. Christensen in motion. Van Egan gets the snap, and it carries to the 1-yard line.
Hand off to Mark Van Egan.
Wilbur Young is going to be taken in on the cart He has suffered a leg injury of some sort. They're going to take him in for treatment, take a picture of it. Let's pause quickly for station identification. This is the San Diego Chargers Radio Network.
This is Lawrence Gross, and I'm never at a loss for great guests. Weekdays on midday 9 to noon on Chargers Radio 1130, KSDO, San Diego.
Third and a yard to go for a score. Jensen and Van Egan are in now. Ball is at the Charger 1-yard line. Christensen in motion. Van Egan into the end zone, and the Raiders score. Van Egan, a 70-yard drive.
1 yard and a Raider touchdown.
And the Raiders now, see about the try for the extra point by Barr, are going to be trailing by a touchdown.
And Mark Van Egan with his first touchdown of the year, and what? Just through the years, he's had so many great games against the Chargers. You know that they really agonized over whether or not to activate him. Would he be ready to play? Would he be in shape?
So we'll see about the extra point. High snap, and it's down, it's up, and it's good. So with time out on the field and 8:08 remaining in the third period, the Raiders are drawing close. Chargers 17 and Oakland 10.
Why should you insure your home, automobile, and your life with a farmer's agent? For some very good reasons. Farmers agents are professionals who realize that the very best way to succeed is to do an outstanding job for their clients. Farmers Insurance Group, FIG, does business on the principle of keeping the cost of your insurance down and the amount of your protection up. Sometimes this means your agent will recommend that you carry a higher deductible on your auto or home, or tailor a life insurance program to fit both your family and business needs. Mostly, it means looking at your situation from your point of view, not ours. So call your fast, fair, friendly farmer's agent real soon.
The Farmers Insurance Group, working to keep the cost of insurance down and the amount of protection up. In San Diego, see Bruce Lameau. In Santee, Marlis Jones. Or see Jim Heldorn in La Jolla. All fast, fair, friendly farmers agents.
Well, the Raiders had it for nearly 7 minutes. 70-yard drive, 15 plays. 4 third-down conversions on that drive by Wilson. One he did all by himself. 17-10, Chargers still lead. And now Brooks awaits the kick by Barr, who hits it deep, coming out of bounds at about the 12-yard line. Illegal procedure call. They'll force the Raiders to kick it again.
And from the 30 this time. They're trying to kick it, obviously, away from James Brooks. You might remember Brooks had himself quite a day in total yards up in that Oakland ball game. In returns, for instance, he had 2 for 68 yards up there that day. So they have learned that the best thing to do is to kick it away from Brooks. He had a couple of punt returns for 79 yards up in that Oakland ball game. Then from scrimmage, he caught 5 for 38, and he rushed 17 times for 97 yards. So the Oakland Raiders have seen and enjoyed all of James Brooks they can stand for 1 year.
Wilbur Young with a pulled hamstring, and that's being checked out in the locker room. Whether or not he'll be back remains to be seen. Ball goes back to the 30, and Barr will kick it again. Barr wants another football, says that one's lopsided, went out of bounds. Kicked it out of round, or out of oval. 8:04 remaining here in the third period, 17-10.
I think he had it teed too low.
Do you really?
Got his right hand over on top and snap hooked it, right?
He did seem to be a little teed off.
Just came over,
and I looked down at him. 17-10, Chargers lead, but the issue very much in doubt. Bobby Chandler sitting across the way, 6 catches, 128 yards, looked like the chairman of the board sitting over there. Here's the advance and the hit by Barr, and it is bouncing down, grabbed by Pete Shaw at the 25, the 30, 35-yard line.
He ran it a little tenaciously.
Tough competitor, Shaw. 1st and 10 at the 35. Chargers with ideal field position.
Dan Fouts, 7 completions, 15 attempts, 151 yards. So he's halfway to his 26th 300-yard game, which would tie John Unitas for the most of those all-time in the league.
Wide
in a lot less years.
Wide left is Chandler. To the right side is Joyner. Capoletti's in along with Muncy. I formation. The give to Muncy straight ahead. Out to the 40, 41-yard line. Maybe the 42. Tackled by Johnny Robinson, the rookie middle linebacker out of Louisiana Tech. Rod Martin helping out. Mark it at the 42.
Tackle by number 36, Mike
Of course, I would imagine a 300-yard game is about the furthest thing from Dan Fout's mind at this point.
Make it the 41-yard line. Call it a gain of 6. Second down 4. Masick over the ball. Joyner wide to the right. Chandler left. The backs are split. Chargers moving left to right. Joyner in motion. Snap to Fouts. Give to Muncie. Straight ahead. He's got the over the 45-yard line or up to it. First down at the 46. Tackle made by Martin. Chargers moving for a first down.
Win your bank card, says Bank Americard Visa. You've got money convenience. Tie it with your Versatel card, and it's good for emergency cash 6 a.m. to midnight, 7 days a week at Bank of America.
First and 10, San Diego. The ball on the Charger 46-yard line. San Diego leads 17-10. Joyner wide left, Chandler to the right. I formation, Capoletti and Fouts. Play action, Fouts back to throw. Over the middle, throws it low, incomplete. Pass intended downfield for Chandler. Excuse me, for Joyner, and it's incomplete. Jackson covering. Scales comes in. Second and 10 Chargers on their own 46. Brooks is in. Muncie goes out, and Capoletti comes out.
Monty Jackson, San Diego State by way of Mesa College. A last-minute recruit by the Aztecs. They had one more ride left, couldn't find a player. Somebody told Ernie Zampese, then coach in the secondary, about Jackson, and he invited him in.
Second and 10, the give to Brooks. Brooks going outside of the 50. The 45 has a first down as he hits inside the 45 to the Raider 44.
He picked up 10 yards. Tackle on number 40.
Owens and McKinney there to make the stop. Burgess Owens, Otis McKinney at the Raider 44. Eric Sievers checks in. Scales comes out of the Charger attack.
Just a 9-yard average for James Brooks today. 5 carries, 45 yards.
Brooks the lone setback now behind Fouts. Joyner wide left, Chandler to the right. Winslow in the slot on the left side at the Oakland 44. Fouts on the delay, gives to Brooks. Brooks is hit, spins away, and gets dropped for a loss at the 45. Ran right into Robinson.
James Brooks, the ball carrier.
Great play.
Loses a yard.
Second and 11 at the Raider 45-yard line. 5:40, time remaining.
And number 56, Jeff Barr.
Now you see they've got Andrews listed as the 5th player ever to do that. 2,000 yards in one season, rushing and receiving. Brooks is over 2,000 yards. All-purpose. Joyner in motion. Fouts flips it out, complete. Winslow at the 45, the 40, first down as he's inside, and a flag goes down, and it may be a late hit. Mike Davis, and Winslow has flattened his back off the field. Now he rolls over and gets up.
He just laid down there long enough to buy that flag for the late hit.
No, just to make sure it was thrown properly. Penalty against Oakland. Ball is at the 34.
Gain of 9 yards.
Penalty on top is only going to be 5, but it goes to the 29 and ensures a first and 10 San Diego.
Only 3 catches for Kellen Winslow today, but they've all been for key first downs.
5:13 remaining, third period. Capoletti in, Winslow out.
Call was a face mask and not a late hit. I didn't think it looked like a late hit because he just dove at Kellen as he went down the sideline and apparently got that hand around in front of the face mask.
Joyner to the left and Chandler to the right. Capoletti is in along with Brooks in the I formation. Sievers the tight end. Chargers moving left to right. The give to Brooks straight ahead, gets belted as he hits to the 27.
And off to number 20.
Robinson
Brooks.
bringing down Brooks and Matuzak.
I'll tell you, both these teams are keeping the football when they get their hands on it. Oakland kept it for the first 6 minutes of the third quarter. The Chargers got it and have now had it for almost 5 minutes. Our sales department's getting nervous on the Charger network, not getting these commercials in.
From all of our sponsors to all of you, Merry Christmas. Get in and shop. At the 27, second and 8. Chargers moving with the ball, leading 17-10. Winslow in motion to the left, bounce to throw. Steps up, throws, complete at the 15. Joyner is down to the 13-yard line. First down, San Diego.
I'll tell you, the play selection by Larry Weaver and the Chargers staff, they run the football from the 20-yard line up to midfield, give it to Muncie twice for first downs, give it to Brooks, and they open up. They got Oakland set up on the balls of their feet, coming ahead, trying to stop run, and they start hitting that little passing game, those crossing routes, the little sideline things, little dump-offs. Great play selection. 3 catches, 65 yards for Charlie Joyner.
Joyner's out, and Scales is in. 9th play in this drive that started on the Charger 35 after a fine return by Shaw. The handoff with it is Muncie, hits to the 11. Gain of 2, it'll be 2nd and 8 at the 11. Tackled by Rod Martin and McClanahan. Capoletti back in now for San Diego.
Gain of 2 yards.
On the Oakland 11-yard line, it'll be 2nd and 8 with 3.5 to go. Coming out of the game now, Chandler. Chargers lead 17-10. Wide left is Scales. Backs are split. Muncie and Capoletti, and Scales in motion to the right side. Fouts the snap, the give to Muncie on the sweep. At the 10, dives to about the 8.
Great block by Capoletti out there.
Millen and Martin, the old M&M boys.
Gain of 3 yards.
Going to mark it to the 8-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 5 at the 8. As Fouts looks over at Dave Levy.
The third base coach.
Osteen is checking in for Barnes. Millen goes out. McClanahan goes out. Drive started on the Charger 35. It's down to the Oakland 8-yard line, 3rd and 5, and the Chargers are taking time. 2:30 to go, 3rd period. The score, Chargers 17 and the Raiders 10.
Good neighbor, good neighbor, good neighbor pharmacy.
If you or someone close to you has diabetes and uses insulin, your Good Neighbor Pharmacy has good news. Becton Dickinson syringes now bring you the new Microfine 2 needle, the most comfortable insulin syringe needle ever made. Microfine 2, the finest, sharpest needle you can buy, is available only on Becton Dickinson plastic pack and Becton Dickinson low-dose syringes. Becton Dickinson insulin syringes are used and recommended by doctors, hospitals, and pharmacists, and are available at your Good Neighbor Pharmacy. A good neighbor with your interests in mind. Professional pharmacists who provide friendly, reliable assistance with your prescription and health care needs.
2 of your Good Neighbor pharmacies are Lou's Pharmacy, 248 Landis Street, Chula Vista, and Pioneer Pharmacy, 2948 University Avenue.
Come and see. Good neighbor pharmacy. Come and see.
San Diego's got 16 first downs, and Oakland has got 15 first downs. This drive started back on the Charger 35 after a kick return by Shaw. 11 plays have brought it to the 8-yard line, and the first 3rd down situation faced by Fouts in this drive. Chargers have used up 5 minutes and 26 seconds.
This is the first 3rd down on this drive, Tom.
I just said that.
Did you? There's an echo, huh?
I know there's something wrong with this equipment now.
An echo.
Fouts has finished his sideline conversation. He's back on the field now. 3rd and 5 at the Raider 8-yard line.
How many 3rd downs is that on this drive? Right?
Just one.
Just one.
Joyner to the right. Capoletti and Muncie are split. Joyner in motion. The snap to Fouts. Backpedaling. Looking. To Muncie at the 10. Down he goes. Great reaction by the Raider defense. Martin was there and drilled Muncie at the 10. A loss of 2. 4th down and 7 at the 10, and Banushka's coming on to try for a 2nd field goal of the night.
That's a 29-yarder.
This is going to be a 27-yard effort. His earlier one was a 24-yarder. Luther will hold. Hash mark to the far side. Line is set. Snap, it's down. Banushka hits it. It's up. It's good. So Banushka adds another field goal, and the Chargers score again. Timeout with 1:42 to go in the 3rd period. And the score at Jack Murphy, San Diego Stadium, Chargers 20, Raiders 10.
Do your last-minute Christmas shopping at Thurl's and give a gift of music. You'll find a complete selection including fine quality guitars starting at only $69.95. Banjos from $99.50. Casio portable electronic keyboards from just $59.95, plus unique music boxes, band accessories, instruments, and much, much more. Hurry in tomorrow to Thurl's, 9150 Claremont Mesa Boulevard, Grossmont, Escondido Village Mall, 1453 East Plaza Boulevard, National City, and Wiegand Plaza in Sanitas.
You can count on this to wrap up a beautiful Christmas.
Right now, wrap up 2 super home entertainment values and save $120 at Sears. First, save $60 on a Sears 19-inch color TV with touch and tune channel selection and 1-button color. Now just $399.95. And save another $60 on a Sears AM/FM stereo with 8-track and cassette. Just $169.95.
Barnwell and Montgomery await the kickoff by Benershka. (20-10), the Chargers lead. Minute 40 to go, third period. Benershka's kickoff is high, coming to Barnwell at the 10. This side to the 15, at the 20, is hit by Bobby Greger and dropped at the 19.
Number 80 is Alvin Barnwell. Takes the kickoff on the 9-yard line.
Do you think maybe, gotta believe the special teams, when the special teams go out there and they make a field goal, and they're going to be a little more pumped up in that kickoff, and Greger just blew down there. Special teams have had a good night tonight, by the way.
Ball is at the 20, and Wilson will start there, 1st and 10.
Biggest part of the night, the play of the game so far, is probably the recovery of the blocked punt attempt by Jim Laslovic after Lester Hayes blocked a Charger punt.
Cliff Branch is in for the first time in the ball game. Chandler in motion. Branch wide to the left. Wilson hands off to Hawkins, driving to the right side and bowls his way very close to the 24.
27, Frank Hawkins.
Branch only once 25 yards tonight to hit the 7,000-yard mark in league play.
2nd and 6 at the 24-yard line. Minute 13 remaining in the third period. Again, Branch flanked wide to the left. Chandler to the right side. Hawkins along with Jensen in the backfield. Wilson, the quarterback. Again, the give to Hawkins, and he's hit at the 25, but carries forward to the 27.
A handoff to Frank Hawkins.
King is there, rolling over and getting up. Big hands Johnson. Bottom of the pile, Louis Kelcher.
Tackle by number 90.
And Woodcock.
For a demonstration on a Sony Betamax, hope you'll visit one of the many Sony dealers along our network.
Van Egan in and Jensen out for Oakland. Laslovic is out. Ellis in. Chargers go to the nickel defense. Less than now 25 seconds remaining in the third period. Branch to the left. Chandler to the right. Timeout, Oakland. Oakland takes time. 17 seconds remain, third period. The score here at San Diego, Chargers 20 and the Raiders 10.
There were 2 steep miles of fresh powder between you and the lodge when your skiing buddy hurled a challenge your way. Michelob Light for the first one in. You accepted with the biggest grin he'd ever seen.
Michelob Light. There's nothing quite like that rich, smooth taste of Michelob Light. It's Michelob Light, Michelob Light, Michelob Light, Michelob Light. You're a winner, it's got to be Michelob Light.
It was a race they should have filmed. But right now, there's satisfaction enough in the rich, smooth taste of your prize, Michelob Light. Here's to the winners.
Michelob Light. Compare the taste to any beer you like.
Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis.
Third down for the Raiders at their 27-yard line. Wilson has hit 9 of 22, 171 yards, been intercepted once. Wilson, who already this year has run 2 of them into the end zone for touchdowns, is the leading ball carrier, yardage-wise, for the Raiders tonight.
Tell you a little of their problems. They got Kenny King over here in the radio booth. Mark Van Egan has seen limited action, and they got Whittington hurt in the first quarter.
Van Egan and Hawkins. Oh, the Chargers over the line of scrimmage and back to throw. And dumped is Wilson back at the 20, but I've got to believe the Chargers were offside.
There's a penalty flag on the play.
Well, we'll wait and see.
Woodcock was in there.
Chargers were across that line very quickly.
Louis Kelcher got in.
Offside, San Diego.
That means they don't get the sack, right?
That means that they should have stopped that play before it got too far along.
Also gives them a first down.
Doesn't it? Out to the 32, 1st and 10.
Their third down conversion is, Chargers ought to get some of the credit for it.
I think it's 5 for 5 this half, including that one. First down Oakland at their own 32-yard line. 20-10, San Diego leads. Brooks has run one in. Fouts hit Joyner with a pass for another. Banershka's got 2. Field goal. Chandler and Branch wide to the right. Play action, and Wilson back to throw. Up the middle. It is caught. Grabbed by Branch at the 50. Looking for somewhere to go, and he dives to the turf at the Charger 47. First down, Oakland. And that's the end of the third period. And the score at the end of 3 at San Diego's Jack Murphy Stadium. Chargers 20, Raiders 10. Well, the Chargers lead 20-10. Start the fourth period. The ball on the San Diego 47. First down, Oakland.
One good thing about this game, Tom, and the games yesterday, many of them you heard when the quarter changed, the commentators would talk about now they don't have the wind or now they do have the wind. Here in Paradise, we never get to talk about that sort of stuff.
Wilson is 10 of 23. Fouts is 10 of 20. Oakland's turned it over twice. The Chargers have sacked Wilson twice. San Diego has not turned the ball over. Wide left is Branch. To the right side is Chandler. Hawkins and Jensen. Snap to Wilson. Play action. Back to throw. Going long downfield for Branch. He's got him. Incomplete.
Just a straight foot race between Cliff Branch and Mike Williams. Looked like they were coming to the wire, and somebody showed Branch the watch, and he was 3/10 off the world's record. And he pulled ahead by about 2 paces, but the ball was overthrown.
You know, that old receiver out of Colorado can still pick him up and land down.
3 years old, and he's running like he's 20.
2nd and 10. Oakland at the Charger 47. Whittington has 17 yards. Van Egan 22. Jensen 6. Hawkins 28. Wilson 32. That's the Oakland rushing attack. 2nd and 10. In motion, Chandler. Pitches back. Jensen on the sweep to the right is at midfield. Hurdles a man and goes out of bounds at the 45. Running to the short sideline, Keith King, Jones, and Laslovic were over there with Louis Kelcher.
Linebackers strung it out very well.
3rd and 8 at the 45.
Edwards and Williams both came out on that play after that long run with Cliff Branch. Remember, Mike Williams, who comes back on now, has the sore groin. He comes back on. He'll move into his corner spot.
Laslovic comes out. Barnwell is out of the Oakland attack. Whittington is back in the ball game now. Set in the slot on the right side. Chandler wide to the right. Hawkins and Jensen behind Wilson. 3rd down, and he's back to throw. Set, looks, comes to the sideline. Incomplete. They're going to mark it as no. Incomplete. Well, I guess.
Short hopped it.
Well, I tell you, the official on this side was really looking for help.
Thank
the line
heavens he
judge
found it.
I mean, but it had to be his call, and he was really looking for help. It was right in front of him, and he waited for everybody else to call it. Obvious trap.
There was white showing in the mid, as they say.
First time that Oakland's had to kick it in this half, and Guy is in at his own 41. Brooks is at the Charger 10.
Key for the Chargers now with 14:40 to play in the ball game and a 10-point lead is get the football, hang on to it.
Oakland's had this ball 58 seconds longer than San Diego. Guy hits a beauty. High, a floater, bounces and sails into the end zone. Diving effort by McKinney. Tried to knock it down but couldn't do it. Otis McKinney really gave it the old big effort.
For a touchback.
Touchback brings it out to the 20. We'll take timeout with 14:32 to go in the game. And the score here in San Diego, Chargers 20 and the Raiders 10.
If you're thinking of getting a home video tape recorder and you love sports, I have a suggestion. The Sony Betamax SL5800. And I should know because I'm not only a Sony dealer, but I'm also the 2nd biggest sports fan in America. I don't know who the first is, but he's probably watching a Chinese checker tournament from Rangoon right now. The Betamax SL5800 has all kinds of great features, like beta scan and 14-day 4-event pre-programming. There are 2 more features of note. Variable slow motion so you can review the plays at any speed you want. And a crystal clear freeze frame so you can stop the action completely. Of course, the Betamax SL5800 lets you record one show while you're watching another. And with the optional Beta Stack changer, you can record up to 20 hours straight, enough for a whole weekend of football. But hey, maybe you don't like sports. That's fine, too. You can always watch a tape of the 6 o'clock news. In slow motion, of course.
For a demonstration of the Sony Betamax, stop into Mission Hills TV, 4020 Goldfinch in San Diego. See them for a demonstration of the Sony Betamax.
1st and 10, San Diego. The ball on the Charger 20-yard line. 14 and a half minutes remain. And the Chargers lead 20-10. Can they hang on? Can they hold on? And a happy John DeMott looks out in the crowd here at San Diego's Jack Murphy Stadium.
Kelly and I are betting on whether or not we're going to get all the spots in.
You go to hell for lying, John. 1st and 10 on the 20. Out of the huddle, Joyner wide to the left, Chandler to the right. Muncie the setback, and Winslow slotted left. Fouts at his own 20-yard line. Takes the snap and is back to throw. Gets rushed. Gets hit. Tried to throw it to Muncie. Oh, boy, Martin ran by everybody, and Winslow's going over to apologize to Fouts. Somebody should apologize. I tell you, Martin...
Wouldn't be a bad idea if Rod Martin did.
Martin went by him like he was wearing a white shirt.
Fouts looks at Winslow and goes, that's one.
2nd down and 10 at the 20-yard line. Fouts, to his credit, managed to get it away. Tried to hit Muncie with it, but Scales wide to the left now. The lone setback is Muncie, and the give to Muncie straight ahead. Bounces off one Raider and then is swarmed under and dropped. They're going to give him progress to the 21-yard line. 3rd and 9. Martin made the stop.
This is not what I had in mind about keep the ball for drive here. 3rd and long.
Fouts 10 of 21, 171 yards. In 3rd down conversion, Chargers are only 2 of 8. Oakland 7 of 11. Jan Chapman is awesome tonight. That's the report from the back of the booth. Big 3rd down and 9 for Fouts. Winslow sets to the right side. Muncie the lone back. Fouts to throw. Sets up. Coming downfield. Threw it too high. Chandler couldn't get it. And the Chargers will have to kick it away. McKinney and Davis were there.
Scales got between the two backs, McKinney and Davis. Fouts tried to throw one of those, get it over the front guy and short of the second guy, and he just got a little bit too high. Scales made a valiant effort, leaping up for it, just got it in the fingertips and couldn't hold it, and I doubt if he'd been in bounds when he came down with it anyway.
I tell you, San Diego didn't have the ball for a minute on that series, and now Roberts is back to kick, and Watts is at the Oakland 42. First time for the Chargers to kick it away this half. Big rush by Oakland. Roberts hits it. Nice looking kick. Watts at the 40 signaled for the fair catch, and the crowd's on him a little bit.
He had some room to run that one.
At the 40-yard line.
Watts had made up his mind to fair catch that almost before the ball left Roberts' foot. 40-yard kick, no return. Now a timeout. 13:39 to go. 4th period here in San Diego. The Chargers 20 and the Raiders 10.
Taking good care of your car's cooling system can save you a lot of time and trouble. The Gates Rubber Company has been making cooling system parts for more than 60 years. They make more fan belts and coolant hoses than anybody else. And they know how to make them last longer, but they can't make them last forever. So see Broadway Auto Parts, any of the 3 locations about a cooling system tune-up for your car. Because cooling systems never fail at convenient times or places. See the complete line of Gates Cooling System products at Broadway Auto Parts in Santee and El Cajon.
You can count on it to wrap up a beautiful Christmas.
Right now, wrap up 2 super home entertainment values and save $120 at Sears. First, save $60 on a Sears 19-inch color TV with touch and tune channel selection and 1-button color. Now just $399.95. And save another $60 on a Sears AM/FM stereo with 8-track and cassette. Just $169.95.
Wilson back to throw, tries to hit Hawkins, a little down and out, incomplete at about the 45. Wilson is 10 of 26 for 192 yards. 2nd and 10 Oakland. The ball is on the Oakland 40. Chargers lead 20-10. 13 and a half minutes remain in the ball game. Chargers led 7-0, 7-3, 10-3, 17-3, 17-10, 20-10. Wilson back to throw. Sideline again and again. He short hops his intended receiver Chandler.
And again it's because of pressure by the Chargers. They get in there. They didn't sack him, but they ran his own offensive line right back in his own face. He had to throw the ball before he was ready to. Let's
You
pause.
know, we've played 1 minute in this ball game since the Chargers got it back, and they've given it back to Oakland, and Oakland is one more incomplete pass away from giving it back to San Diego, and all of that in just 1 minute.
Game takes strange turns, doesn't it, Tom?
At the 40-yard line, 3rd down and 10, Raiders. Chandler and Branch wide to the left. Van Egan along with Hawkins. Wilson back to throw. Fires it down. It is caught by Branch. Ellis went up to get the ball and went right through his hand.
He can't believe it. He looked in the hands and said, where to go? Mercy.
I can't believe the play myself, and it's the first down at the San Diego 43, a pickup of 17 yards.
Went right off his hands into those of Cliff Branch.
First down, Oakland. The ball to the Charger 43. Jensen and Hawkins in the backfield. The give to Hawkins, and he's hit by Big Hands Johnson and dropped in his tracks. Loss of 1 at the 44, 2nd and 11.
That's why Gary's on his way to the Pro Bowl. Let's pause a moment for station identification. This is San Diego Chargers Radio Network.
Ernie Myers here, inviting you to begin your day with me and the entire morning news team on Chargers Radio, 1130 KSDO San Diego.
2nd down, 11. Oakland on the Charger 44. Branch wide to the left. Ellis on him. Chandler to the right side. Back to throw. Wilson looking, going long for Chandler. Down it is. Knocked away. Billy Buchanan and Chandler incomplete.
Well, I'll tell you, Willie Buchanan has had a fine ball game tonight. He has had 2 or 3 key pass defenses, as that one was. Has an interception, which ultimately led to a Charger touchdown.
3rd and 11. Oakland on the Charger 44.
You're talking about some quintessential professionalism there when you got Willie Buchanan and Bob Chandler one-on-one down the sidelines.
Jensen in, Van Egan out for Oakland. They are 8 of 12 in 3rd down conversions.
That's great. That's a great stat.
Really. 75%. Branch wide left. Chandler to the right. Wilson to throw. Looking. Gets hit. Sacked by Leroy. Well, I tell you, Leroy Jones did Allen Ellis the biggest favor of his life, because Wilson was looking at Branch and Ellis, and it was no contest, believe me. Sears quarterback special this week. Sears 19-inch color TV was $459.95. Now, $399.95. You get more than a quarter back at Sears. Sack number 3, flag in the booth. Back to kick, Ray Guy. Brooks is waiting at the 10. 20-10. Chargers lead, and Guy hits it. And one of his best. Brooks at the 8, the 10, 15. Out of bounds at the 16, 17-yard line. 49-yard kick by Guy. Hawkins was down there to make the stop. Timeout in the field with 11:23 to go in this game. And the score, Chargers 20, Raiders 10.
If you look closely at the home team helmets, you'll see all the face masks are pretty much alike. The big difference is in the man behind the face mask, and so it is with bank cards. The big difference between them is the bank behind them. That might be the reason more Californians choose to get their bank cards from Bank of America. When your bank card has Bank of America behind it, it comes with several built-in advantages. To begin with, it makes you a part of Bank of America's money convenience system. So you can tie your Bank Americard Visa or Master Charge accounts in with your Versatel card. That gives you the extra convenience of being able to get cash advances or make payments anytime from 6 a.m. to midnight, 7 days a week at Bank of America's growing statewide system of automated teller machines. And since your bank card is issued by California's largest bank, it's backed by more than 1,000 branches around the state. So don't choose a bank card just for the card. Consider the bank behind the card. And you'll choose a bank card from Bank of America.
So the Chargers get the ball back at their own 17-yard line with 11:23. Bounces 10 of 22, 171 yards, 1 touchdown toss, well below his usual performance. Wide right, Chandler. Wide left, Joyner. Chargers moving right to left. Winslow slotted left. Fouts back to throw. Steps up over the middle, Joyner at the 25 to the 30. Oh, what a collision. Joyner and Chandler ran together, and right in the middle was Millen.
Chandler moving in there set a pick in essence and really made a block in there that probably resulted in the first down.
13-yard pickup. Brooks comes out. Ball at the Charger 30, 1st and 10. Wide left, Joyner and Chandler. Joyner's caught 4 for 77 yards. Chandler in motion and a touchdown. Fouts pitching to Muncie on the sweep. At the 30, oh boy, what great reaction. Big Ted Hendricks, the Stork, grabbed Muncie as he hit the 30 and just slammed him down in a flag down.
It's in that umpire's area where holding calls usually come from.
Progress to the 31, but from the way Oakland's reacting, they're going to walk it back. No, Chandler says it's against the Raiders.
Another face mask.
Well, maybe that's why Muncie went down in such a big hurry.
Watch out for that clothesline line, right? That's the first time we've probably called Hendricks' name in this ball game. He has been blocked pretty well over there.
They're going to walk it from the 31 to the 36. That should make it 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
This is a key possession here. 20-10 ball game is still a close one, obviously. And with 10.5 minutes to play, anything can happen. But if the Chargers can get on down the field, get another score, or at least keep the ball for 7 or 8 minutes, it's a game.
Fouts gives the ball to Capoletti, the short man, and he's met by Rod Martin, among others. Carries to the 37, gain of 1, 2nd and 9. I tell you, the Chargers have not been able to fool Oakland at all. They have been reacting very well to most everything the Chargers have tried to do. Browning is hurt. He's down.
Well, remember that the Raiders got a pretty good lesson in Charger offense up at Oakland.
Gain of 1 yard.
Browning is being helped off the field now.
That'll bring on perhaps the veteran Cedric Hardman.
I think they're coming with another defensive back. They brought Watts in instead. 2nd and 9. Robinson and Matuzak and Long are the 3 down linemen. Ball at the Charger 37. Bounce gives the ball. Muncie diving gets to about the 39. Kind of stumbled as he came out of the blocks.
Fans are getting a little nervous, but I don't think they understand really what the Chargers are trying to do here. Don would like more yards, obviously, on some of these plays, but the key here, especially and they're still in the minus yards, you're not going to put the ball up and give away a cheap score on an outside pass route or something. Oakland has effectively taken the middle away passing-wise.
Bite your tongue. Martin and Davis making the stop on Muncie. We'll talk about interceptions. Lone setback is Muncie. Back to throw. Fouts, steps up, fires it, complete. Joyner, 1st down at the Raider 49.
And he threw that right into double coverage. Monty Jackson, Ted Hendricks, both on Joyner, had him surrounded, and the quarterback drilled it through the double coverage. Charlie Joyner shaken up. He's a little slow to get up. Now he's up.
Charlie Joyner has averaged 52 catches every year that he's been in a Charger uniform. Are you hearing me?
Has his career in essence started when he was 29 years of age and he came here in 1976. He'd had some good years at Cincinnati, but nothing like this, because at Cincinnati when he was there, they didn't throw to the wide receivers. They threw to the backs mostly, the underneath stuff under Bill Walsh.
At the 49, Fouts gives the ball to Muncie on the sweep, hit behind the line, breaks the tackle, fights his way for yardage to the 47. Great effort by Muncie.
That is strength. He ran himself out of the grasp of Ted Hendricks, who was no weakling, had his hands on him, had him pretty well contained, and Chuck just churned those legs and created it with his own strength.
3 yards, tackle by number 53, Ron Martin.
Martin made the stop at the 47, 2nd and 8. 20-10, Chargers lead. Bounce, backs are split, has Joyner in motion, turns, gives to Muncie at the 45, breaks a tackle to the 40, 1st down at the 38. Tackled by Owens and McKinney. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Let's enjoy a Budweiser, shall we? This one's for Chuck Muncie, and what a great job he's done on this drive for all he's done all year. Mr. Muncie, this Bud's for you.
Chargers are 7.5 minutes and a 10-point lead away from the AFC Western Division title, third in a row. 79, 80, 81.
And only team in the NFL to repeat as a division champion this year.
But 7.5 remain. Fouts back to throw, is hit and sacked. Dropped in his tracks as Martin did it again.
And Fouts is shaken up.
Well, I don't blame him. I tell you, Martin drilled him back at the 47, I guess is where they're going to mark him down.
But he's not shaken up too badly. He walks back toward the huddle. Capoletti tried to pick up Martin on the blitz and just couldn't get there quickly enough. Martin is a very fast linebacker. A lot of good linebackers have come out of the Exposition Boulevard area, the University of Southern California, 5-year veteran, free agent. This is a football player who did not get drafted.
McClanahan and Millen are out. Barnes and Davis are in. 2nd and 19, San Diego. Fouts to throw. Steps with time, throws for Joyner, threw it low. And Fouts is upset with himself. 3rd and 19 at the 47, mumbling to himself. First of all, can't anybody see that guy wearing number 53? And secondly, Martin has really decked Fouts on 2 occasions, and I mean leveled him. 6:54, time remaining in third down conversions. The Chargers are 3 of 10.
We should say, however, the offensive line has not allowed a sack in this ball game again.
3rd down and 19 at the Raider 47. Joyner in motion. Fouts back to throw. Sets deep. Steps up. Throws it down. Great catch by Chandler. First down at the 26. Oh, what a great catch.
Ladies and gentlemen, that right there, that catch by Wes Chandler could well be the AFC Western Division Championship.
First and 10 at the Raider 26. 19 yards, 21 yards.
At the expense of stirring up old ashes, John who?
Owens and Hayes brought him down, and I tell you, Chandler probably doesn't know what time it is. He really got wrapped. His helmet is half off as he comes to the sidelines. What a magnificent catch. Scales wide to the right, Joyner to the left. Capoletti and Muncie in the eye. Scales in motion. Muncie straight ahead. Bursts inside the 25 to about the 23. Robinson making the stop.
They talk about the great catches in traffic by John Jefferson, and he made many. He never made one more important than that one when it comes to holding the football under the most extreme conditions. And if we can get a little smug about it, John Jefferson's going to be Christmas shopping tomorrow.
Coming into the game, Brooks. Muncie comes out limping. 80 yards, 22 carries. Fouts 13 of 26, 216 yards. 5.5 minutes in the clock running. Chargers lead by 10. Capoletti and Brooks. Fouts to throw. Steps up, throws it. Complete at the 10. Joyner's down at the 10. First and goal, San Diego.
Key to the play, Tom. Little tiny James Brooks picked up the blitzing Ted Hendricks.
Flag down across the way. Hold everything.
I think they did.
Motion. Chargers bring it back.
Well, maybe James went into motion picking up that blitz.
2nd down and 12 at the 29 now. 5:15 remaining. Charlie Joyner, number 13 on the all-time list of NFL receivers. 5 minutes and 15 seconds remain. Chargers lead by 10. They've had the ball for 6 minutes in this drive. 3 Chargers again over 1,000 yards. Winslow, Joyner, Chandler. Wide left, Chandler. Joyner in the slot. Fouts gives the ball to Brooks. Dives back in the middle, is hit and dropped at the 26-yard line by Rod Martin.
Add on to number 21, James Brooks. Gain of 2 yards.
Mark it at the 27. It'll be 3rd and 10 at the 27-yard line. Under 5 minutes remaining in the game. Chargers are that much time, 4:49, and 10 points away from a trip to Miami January 2nd. Chandler Joyner, Winslow left, bounce back to throw, pumps, lobs it, complete to Brooks. No, Joyner at the 21, short of the first down. Going to be a pickup of about 5. And Rolf Benerska's coming on as Martin and Hendricks combine for the stop. Already tonight, Rolf Benerska has kicked 2 field goals, 24 and 27-yard efforts. He is 18 of 25, and of course his field goal of a week ago yesterday that is, won the game. It'll be a 39-yarder. Luther to hold. The snap. It's down. Rolf hits it. It's got the distance. It's got everything. That may have been the icing on the cake. A field goal of 39 yards, and the crowd is up and roaring. Benerska has given the Chargers a big lead now. Timeout. 3:46 to go. San Diego 23 and the Raiders 10.
No one can take you to Chicago and the East like United.
That's what friendly skies are all about.
Because no one can give you more non-stop flights to the Windy City than United. And from Chicago, the Friendly Skies can connect you to over 30 cities in the East.
Spread your wings to fly away. Nothing's all that far. All that far. The sunshine. Reach for a star. Reach for a friendship on high. Where the eagle dares to fly. That's what friendly skies are all about.
3 daily non-stops to Chicago and convenient connections east.
Chicago's as low as $159 one way on night coach. You must purchase your tickets by December 31st, so call your travel agent and save on United.
Rolf Benerska's third field goal gives the Chargers a 13-point lead. 23-10. Rod Martin has been outstanding for Oakland. 12 tackles, 5 assists, and 2 sacks. And he was a free agent. Benerska to kick off. Barnwell and Montgomery. High end over end, and Barnwell. Montgomery takes it at the far side at the 5, the 10, 15, flag down, and Montgomery goes down at the 19-yard line. Flag on the play, holding Oakland. Well, we invite you to try the delicious Bacon Cheeseburger Supreme at Jack in the Box. There's really no comparison. Call Mike McGregor and invite him out to dinner. Oakland will have it, 1st and 10 on the Raider 10-yard line. Wilson, 11 of 29. Chandler's caught 6 of them. Willie Buchanan caught 1. Ball's at the 10. Hawkins and Jensen, back to throw. Wilson, over the middle, complete. Hawkins staggers and falls, gets up, and he's at the 20. Tackled there by Keith King. First down.
Number 27, Frank Hawkins.
3:20 and the clock running. Hawkins was all alone right over the middle, caught it, and fell. Got up, rolled and crawled for the first down, and King put him down at the 20. Wide left is Branch. Wide right is Chandler. Raiders moving left to right. Hawkins and Jensen. Wilson to throw. Sets. Comes upfield. Incomplete. Intended for Chandler. Double teamed by Willie Buchanan and by Keith King. Chandler very slow to get up. 2nd and 10 at the 20. Bobby is still down on his knees. Chandler suffered a ruptured spleen in a game at Denver. He was hit so hard that the tackler broke the bar on his face mask. Chandler's holding his... had the wind knocked out of him, apparently. He nearly died on the field. And then later in the hospital was touch and go. He's a outstanding player and a very nice man. Timeout in the field, 2:56 to go in the ball game, and the Chargers lead Oakland 23-10.
blow away everything you ever heard about pickups. Introducing the revolutionary new size Chevy S10 pickup.
Chevy S10.
There's never been a truck like it before. It's longer than the imports, smaller than full-size pickups.
Chevy S10.
The totally new Chevy S10 offers optional V6 power. Power to tow twice as much as any import pickup when properly equipped.
Chevy S10.
A 1,500-pound payload option and V6 engine that S10 haul heavier payloads than many standard-equipped full-size pickups.
Chevy S10.
S10 features a big, roomy cab and has 2 walls of steel in the sides of the cargo box the imports don't have, and a brilliant paint finish that looks a foot deep.
Chevy S10.
Test drive the totally new quality-built Chevy S10 today. There's never been a truck like it before.
Never!
Chevy S10 at your Chevy dealers now. Chevy is the power in trucks.
2nd and 10, Oakland on their own 20-yard line. Just under 3 minutes to play. Branch is wide to the right side. Bradshaw back to throw. Wilson steps up, throws it downfield. Incomplete, intended for Branch. Buchanan nearly intercepted it. 3rd and 10, Raiders on their own 20. Well, you have to credit this Oakland ball club with a season that just fell apart on the world champions, battling this San Diego club tooth and nail. I mean, they haven't given an inch. Third down and 10 at the Oakland 20-yard line. Chandler's back in. Back to throw is Wilson. Has time, throws it down, batted away at the line of scrimmage, incomplete. 4th down. And we'll see now whether the Raiders go for the first or give the ball up. They're going to go for it. Why not? And 10 for the Raiders on their own 20. It would appear that for the 3rd straight year, Don Coryell's Chargers are the AFC champions in the West. Back to throw is Wilson. Rushed, hit, incomplete. The Chargers will take over with 2:42 to go on the Raider 20-yard line. There's no joy in Denver. The Chargers are going to end up 10 and 6, and by virtue of a better division record, will be AFC Western Division champions and into the playoffs against Miami in Miami, January 2. Happy New Year. 1st and 10, Chargers on the Raider 20. Chandler checking in. Brooks had a touchdown run. Fouts has thrown for 1, and Benerska's kicked 3 field goals. Crowd doesn't want to leave. They're up cheering and roaring. Players are hugging each other down below. The crowd roars even louder now. Has 14 of 27, 221 yards, and 1 touchdown toss to Joyner. Well, it's been a great season. We hope you've enjoyed it, and that you'll be with us come January 2nd in Miami. Chargers are the only division repeat winner of a year ago. '79, '80, and '81, and the crowd roars as Fouts comes to the line of scrimmage, asking for quiet. Scales to the left, backs are split. Fouts hands off to Muncie, bursts his way straight ahead to about the 17. Martin makes the stop. Second and 7. 2.5 minutes remain. Each team with 2 timeouts. Gene Klein, president, majority stockholder, the Chargers, a man who's had some health problems, a lot of things to worry about aside from trying to win a championship. Enjoying this moment down on the sidelines. Coming up to the 2-minute warning now. So we'll take a timeout with the score. San Diego 23 and Oakland 10.
Does anybody here like a really good club sandwich? Okay, let's compare the Club Supreme at Jack in the Box to the other guy's club sandwiches. The Club Supreme at Jack in the Box has 4 pieces of crisp, lean bacon, lean ham, and 2 kinds of cheese, American and Monterey Jack. McDonald's club sandwich has...
No club.
They don't have one? You're kidding.
Oh, come on.
Well, the Club Supreme at Jack in the Box restaurants comes with a garden full of goodies like leaf lettuce, fresh sliced tomato, even cute little alfalfa sprouts.
That's nice.
Burger King's club sandwich has...
Not them.
They don't have one either? Son of a gun.
Oh.
Well, anyway, the Club Supreme at Jack in the Box comes on a special whole wheat bun instead of a hamburger bun.
Wait a minute. You can't compare your delicious Club Supreme to the other guys when they don't even have a club sandwich.
You know, you're right.
Try the Club Supreme at Jack in the Box. There's no comparison.
Down below us, while the 2 teams huddle, all of the officials, all 7 of them, are huddled together, and we'll pause for station identification. This is the San Diego Chargers Radio Network.
Terry Moore here, keeping a close eye out for ripoff and fraud every day on Chargers Radio, 1130, KSDO San Diego.
I can think of a great caption for that picture. This is what I got for Christmas. What did you get? The one of all the officials grouped together. Only I have to explain them. At the 17-yard line, 2nd down and 7, Chargers, Scales wide right. Campbelletti and Muncie in the backfield. 2 minutes to go. Fouts to Campbelletti inside the 15 to about the 13-yard line. 3rd and 4.
Gain of 3 yards. Tackle by number 53, Rod Martin. And number 56, Jeff Barr. Oakland, second timeout.
Oakland is taking a timeout. Minute 54 remaining in the game. Oakland has 1 more timeout left. Chargers still have 2, but chances are they'll not use them. $14 for 38 for Oakland. 245 yards passing tonight. And only 10 points. Completely classy and completely exciting. Chevrolet invites you to see your Chevy dealer about the completely new 82 Cavalier Coupe. It's complete from A to Z. So Tom Flores, outstanding gentleman, fine coach, walking the sidelines. Talk about being up 1 year and down the next. From the Super Bowl to just another team. Chargers come to the line of scrimmage, the Oakland 13-yard line. 3rd down and 4. Minute 54 to go. Muncie, 15, coming outside. He's at the 10, out of bounds. 1st down at the 8. Muncie has 19 touchdowns. He needs 1 more to set an all-time single-season NFL mark. He has 19. 1st and goal. Ball is at the 8. That'd be a fitting climax to this game tonight to see Muncie jam it in the end zone. He has 89 yards, 24 carries. Scales wide right. Muncie and Cappy in the backfield. Cappelletti. Nowhere. Dropped, in fact, for a loss at the 9. 2nd and goal. Minute 39, clock running. Matt Millen made the stop. Well, they're going to give Muncie of Capoletti to the 7-yard line. That'd be a gain of 1, which is pretty generous, really. 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line. Scales wide right. Bounce to Muncie. Muncie is hit and stopped and thrown for a loss back at the 8.
And off to Chuck Muncie.
3rd and goal. McClanahan.
Loss of a yard. Tackled by number 50.
Less than a minute now, and Muncie still without that 20th touchdown. The Raiders have some pride too, you know, a lot of it. Fouts comes to the sidelines as Oakland takes a timeout. They have no more. For the Raiders, from world champions to also-rans. For the Chargers, their 3rd straight division title and playoff competition against Miami January 2nd. Little groups of players down below us talking to each other. Woody Lowe and Bob Horn, Kelcher and Pete Shaw, Williams and Buchanan, and Alan Ellis. All right, 3rd down and goal from the 8. I formation. Scales in motion. Fouts to Muncie. At the 10, at the 5. Fighting for the end zone, didn't get there. 37 seconds, 36. It'll be 4th and goal, and the Chargers will have to stop the clock. 28, 27. They haven't stopped the clock. 23. Now they still haven't stopped the clock. Maybe they aren't aware that Muncie is that close. 12 seconds. 10, 9. Now they stop the clock. So they've got one more crack at it for the touchdown, and Muncie is surely to be the guy they'll give it to. And if he can get it in the end zone, it'll be a new NFL record. Fouts talking to coaches Levy, Durden, Coryell. The crowd chanting Muncie, Muncie. So we've come down to this. Another championship year for the Chargers. On to Miami. But first, one bit of business. Can Muncie get his 20th touchdown of the year? 4th and goal at the 2. The give to Muncie. Fumbled the ball. Oakland probably recovered.
Handoff. It's up Muncie. Don't get out of play.
The ball goes over to the Raiders. Muncie did not get it in. 2 seconds remain. He didn't get the record. And with 2 seconds, the Oakland players come over to congratulate the Chargers. And for all intents and purposes, this game is over. They've got to run off one more play, say the officials, as the Chargers have defeated the Raiders and are headed for the playoffs and Miami. So one more play, and that'll be Wilson just falling on the ball to be sure. And he does that. It's over. So's the season for Oakland. For the Chargers, the beat goes on. The gun, the final score. Chargers 23, Oakland 10.
When you want a sound that's clear and high, and you want to kiss the hiss, goodbye. It's B-A-S-S Pro 2 Chrome.
The Warehouse is Blank Tape headquarters for Southern California. Right now, the Warehouse has BASF Pro 2 60 and 90-minute Chrome cassettes. The 60s just $197 and the 90s only $297. Where? At the Warehouse. BASF Pro 2 60 and 90-minute cassettes are now on sale for only $197 and $297. Save a lot more when you buy a carton of 10. Where? At the Warehouse.
When you want a sound that's clear and high, and you want to kiss the hiss, goodbye.
Save now on all your Blank Tape needs at Blank Tape headquarters. Where? At the Warehouse. Everywhere. Long's Drug Stores can help you with your last-minute gifts. Give any kitchen a welcome addition with a Norelco Dial-A-Brew 2 coffee maker. The Norelco Dial-A-Brew makes 2 to 10 cups of the tastiest coffee you've ever had. Plus, it's specially priced at Long's for only $21.99. And there's a manufacturer's rebate of $5, which brings your price to just $16.99. The Norelco Dial-A-Brew coffee maker, right now at Long's.
Merry Christmas to you from Long's.
Well, as you might imagine, San Diego's Jack Murphy Stadium is a near bedlam. Screaming, hollering, laughing, dancing, happy people. Chargers have won the West again. It's on to the playoffs, on to Miami. Charger football, sponsored in part by Bank of America. No matter what your field position, there's usually a Bank of America branch close by. Nice to know your money's within easy reach. By the Brewers of Michelob. Compare the rich, full-bodied taste of Michelob Light. Compare the taste to any beer you like. It's that good. By Chevrolet and your Chevrolet dealers. Inviting you to test drive the 1982 Chevy Cavalier. Visit your local Chevy dealer today. On behalf of Mike McGregor and Bobby Sexton, Jan Chapman, John DeMott, Pat Curran, Ron Rayna, and yours truly, Tom Kelly, and our sponsors, thanks for being with us. We'll see you in Miami January 2nd. To all of you, a very Merry Christmas and a happy holiday season. Stay tuned for the Charger wrap-up show, San Diego 23, Oakland 10, on the San Diego Chargers Radio Network.
San Diego Charger football is also sponsored in part by Jack in the Box Restaurants, inviting you to try the bacon cheeseburger. There's no comparison. By Amtrak, where America's getting into training. By Sears. Be sure to look for the Sears quarterback special this week. By Farmers Insurance and your fast, fair, friendly farmer's agent. And by United Airlines. Discover Hawaii with the airline that knows her best, United.
There's something about it, train that's magic, traveling near or far. Seeing it all, having such fun, no matter who you are. America is getting into training, more and more every day. America is getting into training the Amtrak way.
You know, traveling on business shouldn't feel like an endurance test, wading through lines of snail-like traffic, watching your gas mileage dwindle with every stop and start. And when you finally arrive, you're ready for a long nap instead of a long meeting. On Amtrak, the time you spend traveling is your own time. Time to get some work done, grab a bite to eat, and just plain relax. You'll arrive refreshed, not exhausted. There are 7 convenient departures to L.A. every workday, and one is sure to meet your schedule. So call your travel agent or Amtrak and make your business trip feel like a vacation.
America is getting into training the Amtrak way.
KSDO's your bowl game station, San Diego, and the action continues Saturday, December 26th with the Sun Bowl, followed by the Gator Bowl on Monday the 28th. We'll have the 3 New Year's Day classics, the Cotton, Rose, and Orange Bowls for you, as well as the Senior Bowl on January 16th. I'm John DeMott. I'll do a week of special Super Bowl reports direct from Detroit, and then we'll carry the Super Bowl on January 24, with this year's football action capped off by the Pro Bowl on January 31st. More football action than any other San Diego radio station on KSDO News Plus 1130.
Welcome back to San Diego Jack Murphy Stadium. Charger wrap-up. I'm Tom Kelly with Mike McGregor and John DeMott. Chargers led 7-0, 7-3, 10-3, 17-3, 17-10, 20-10, 23-10. First touchdown came, Brooks, 28 yards, 7-0. Barr, a 34-yard field goal, 7-3. Benershka got that back to make it 10-3. One of three was the kick tonight. San Diego made it 17-3 when Fouts hit Joyner on a 29-yarder. Van Egan capped off a 70-yard drive in the third period for a touchdown, 17-10 Chargers. Then a field goal by Benershka, 27 yards, made it 20-10, and Benershka made it 23-10 with still another field goal, this one a 39-yarder to wrap it up. San Diego all the way for the victory, their 10th of the year by virtue of a better conference record. They are AFC Western Division champs and are on to the playoffs in Miami January 2nd. Charger wrap-up show continues in 60 seconds.